everyone, and welcome to the Huntington Center here in downtown Toledo as we get ready for the Toledo Walleye taking on the Fort Wayne Komets. Glad to have you along, everyone. Matt Melzak alongside the Toledo Hockey Hall of Famer, first ballot Hall of Famer, the only man that has worn a Toledo Walleye jersey and be in the Hall of Fame, Kyle Rogers.
You might change that here pretty quickly.
That could change. That could change.
Might have another partner.
Extremely quickly. We don't know. Hey, we'll have to get to the voting note for that.
Right.
But we'll have another class at Toledo Hockey Hall of Fame, by the way, in December.
Okay.
Around Winterfest.
It's going to be a busy week.
That is going to be a busy week.
I get in shape still, so we'll see what happens.
I heard you were getting started, though. I heard you picked up a weight the other day, so I think you're on the way.
Might have been fibbing on that one.
Glad to have you along with us as well. Toledo, Fort Wayne, once again here tonight. Last night we were anticipating a terrific matchup, and it ended up being a pretty one-sided affair. It was close for half the game, over half the game, before Toledo took over.
Yeah, you know what? Fort Wayne came out with a couple good shifts, but after that, Toledo took it to them. I mean, first period, 18 shots against Fort Wayne had, but Billy Christopoulos was making all those big saves from the outside, and Delmore talked about that after the first period. But that second period was dominant for Toledo, and then they carried the play into the third and got that big win.
All right, so we knew it was going to be a physical affair. Let's check in on our Pro Medical Wildwood Orthopedic and Spine Hospital injury report. Head athletic trainer Brad Frederick joins us from the bench, and there was a player that ended up with a casualty because of last night's game. Brandon Anselmini just came back after a month off.
Yeah, he did. Unfortunately, he just kind of got rubbed off in the corner here beside our bench and just had a little bit of a shoulder strain. So can't really defend himself right now, so we can't afford to put him back on the ice. So we're kind of taking it day by day for now. We're going to give it a couple days here and see how he recovers from it, and then have a better timetable for when we get him back in the lineup.
Yeah, it's intriguing, and you feel bad for him because you do all that work to get back, and then halfway through the game, you're out again.
Yeah, it is. And, before it was more of a whiplash type thing from his physical play, and this was just a normal play that he makes, 15, 20, 25 times a game, and just kind of caught him wrong last night. So it was unfortunate to see because I know, how hard he's been working to try to get back in the lineup, and, hopefully for him it's quicker than, it's sooner than later.
Now, cross our fingers, Brad, that we don't have a lot to talk about with you tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, there he is, Brad Frederick, head athletic trainer for the Toledo Walleye, your Pro Medical Wildwood Orthopedic and Spine Hospital injury report. Kyle, let's jump into the highlights from last night's game right out here at the Huntington Center, the first of this back-to-back between the Toledo Walleye and the Fort Wayne Komets. And when this game got going, man, Toledo jump out with the first goal in the game.
Yes, nice little back check, and we talk about that all the time. Track back, help out your D, and they did a great job with that. They got a quick shot off the crossbar, I believe it hit. But the little things paid off last night. They kept on moving their feet. Great job exiting the zone and then carrying the play. Three guys across the blue line entering the zone allows this play to open up for Kyle Bonus back door.
Yeah, it certainly did. Kyle Bonus finding the back of the net. 1-0 Toledo at that point. After they had scored just a little while after, it was 2-0 at that point. And then Fort Wayne would get on the board there on the rebound. Sean Szydlowski made it a 2-1 game. And it would stay this way despite some great chances for both teams for the next almost period and a half.
Yeah, but it was a heads-up play right there. Burschback getting behind the D, quick shot. Munson made a lucky rebound save. But, Toledo finished strong after the first, and then they carried the play, obviously, here into the second. There's that 2-on-0 that Coach Watson talked about. It wasn't the prettiest, but they found a way to get the puck in the back of the net. Great job by Kyle Bonus hitting the brakes on the side.
And then Toledo, once they got it rolling late second, boy, did they get it rolling. Not one goal, not two goals, let's go for a second for Gregor McLeod. Yep. Third goal in the last 5 minutes. They weren't done, though. Power play. Josh Winquist buries it. And it's Toledo up 6-1 after 2 periods of play.
Yeah, 15 shots in the second period, 4 goals. That's definitely a win for 20 minutes for Toledo. And then third period, they start off Fort Wayne. They started getting a little chippy, but I thought Toledo matched it pretty well, and then they won the game 7-1. It was a great 60 minutes effort by the group of guys in that Walleye locker room.
Yeah, Billy Christopoulos faced a few more pucks there in the third period, as you would expect. When the game is out of hand at that point, a 6-1 score, you would figure that would be the case.
Well, you knew Fort Wayne, they're going to have a push. They had to do something, especially knowing they're going to play here tonight as well. So try to get some momentum to head into this game. But then Toledo, again, at the end of the game, got that big goal ahead. So, and that was off a bad penalty. That Fort Wayne took a hit on Hedzik, and then Toledo capitalized on that opportunity.
And guess what? Toledo's going to go. It's going to be superhero look tonight.
Three jerseys.
Well. 3 jerseys again. It worked out nice last night. We'll see if it'll do it again for the Toledo Walleye. Stay with us when we return here to the Huntington Center. We'll get the thoughts on from head coach Dan Watson. Plus, we'll take a look at the matchup. Much more. Toledo getting ready to take on Fort Wayne. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey. I saw.
Shorts.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Nice out.
Yeah. About 20s, 25?
Yeah, 30. They got the 30
We
today.
got 30? Nice and sunny.
Tomorrow near 50.
Good. Melted.
A little loud there for a bit. Well, as you can see, the concourse filling up. You know what today is, right?
Saturday night.
Yeah, what does that mean usually down here at the Huntington Center?
Usually you get a sellout crowd here tonight. So.
Yeah, we had one last night, over capacity, almost 7,900 last night here at the Huntington Center. We expect another big crowd tonight. Don't forget, Toledo is home tomorrow also. 5:15 puck drop, 5 o'clock pregame time. You can get your tickets now at ToledoWalleye.com. The Wheeling Nailers are
Sunday
coming
game.
to town.
Sunday Wheeling Nailers.
Yep, Sunday fun day with Wheeling.
Yep.
Yes, that'll be tomorrow afternoon, but we got more business to take care of here today. Let's first catch up with head coach Dan Watson. Well, the first thing I started with, Coach Watson, for the Toffs Inside Scoop of the game was, hey, great game last night, Coach.
Yeah, I think we stuck to our game plan. It was obviously it was a close game up until we had that the goal scoring outburst there in the second, but just making sure we manage pucks, play behind their defensemen, and try to use our speed as much as we can.
2 straight weeks, that second period was the key against Walton.
It is just a few minor adjustments, getting to understand what their game plan is, and then just executing what we want to do. And obviously the guys come out hard in the second period. It's been one of our best periods all year long, and they got rewarded for it.
Yeah, second period, third period, big time scoring advantage.
It is. And I just think, I don't know why it takes our guys a period to wake up, but it does, and obviously the second and third are really good. So we're continually working on that first period, making sure we get off to good starts, solid starts, and just settle into our game as quickly as we can.
I think you have an idea what you're going to expect tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be playoff mentality and playoff, style of hockey. I expect them to be in our face, trying to make sure that they understand that it's going to be a hard game. And then for us, we just have to know that. We know that coming into this game that they're going to play us physical. They're going to try and get pucks to the net, bodies to the net. So both net fronts are going to be extremely important.
And a lot of times they are, but it might be magnified in a game like tonight when you know what Fort Wayne's going to bring to this game.
Yeah, we saw glimpses of that to start the third period. You saw that, shot on net, Snow Billy Christopoulos fight pursued after that. So they're going to be fired up tonight. They're going to come out, try to get under your skin, maybe try to get that power play, because they're pretty dangerous on the power play of Fort Wayne. But Toledo, if they started, they did it like last night, come out fired up, moving their feet, using the speed like Coach Watson said, take care of the D zone and get the puck in the offense zone. They're too fast for Fort Wayne in the offensive zone.
Here's a look at the breakdown statistically between the two teams. Toledo 7-2-1 in their past 10. They've been downright outstanding since the early part of January. They're averaging almost 4 goals a game. They're giving up less than 3. They're averaging more than a goal now per game than they're giving up. That's a good sign, right?
You definitely like that.
And then you look, the power play went 3 for 5 last night. They moved up to second in the ECHL behind only the Fort Wayne Komets in power play percentage. Toledo was also 3 for 3 on the penalty kill last night. Kyle, they're second in the league in that department at 88.4. Big advantage there on the special teams side in the penalty kill department.
Yeah, but even talking about the power play, Matt, they capitalized on some bad penalties that Fort Wayne took. Those are statement goals. You take dirty plays. where you do dirty plays, you get penalties on it. Toledo's going to capitalize on it, and they did 3 times last night. So nice job by the power play and the BK by killing off those 3 penalties.
And we'll see how much the special teams factors in to this Saturday night game. Toledo's taken the first 9 in the season series, on our way to 13 matchups between Toledo and Fort Wayne. Let's jump into our This Day in Toledo hockey history. It is presented by the Fanatics. And we start with General Manager of the Mercury's, Toledo Hockey Hall of Famer, Andy Mulligan. Was likely happy leap year only comes every 4 years. Following the 3-2 loss to the Troy Bruins in 1956 at the Sports Arena. With the loss, the Mercs tied Grand Rapids for the final playoff spot in the IHL playoffs. We played well enough to win, Mulligan said. Why, we did everything but score in the last half of the third period. Also, here's your favorite guy.
Yeah, Mr. Ramsey.
That's right. The Hall of Famer, Glenn Ramsey, was suffering from a torn cartilage in his swollen left knee, but he made the Des Moines Oak Leafs suffer in 1968. 21 saves and a 3-2 Blades victory at the Sports Arena. I'm the only goalie in the league who isn't praised for playing well, just for playing, Ramsey said. What's next? Said Blades coach and Hall candidate Terry Slater. There was no doubt he was going to play. I just wanted to see if he could move his left leg.
He's an Iron Man. He played in all situations, and right there's a prime example.
Absolutely. And Hall of Fame nominee Lauren Mollican was outstanding on this date in 1984, stopping 42 of 43 shots in the 5-1 Diggers win at Wing Stadium against Kalamazoo. Mooner's net minding led to frustration from the K-Wings. 11 fighting majors handed out over the last 2 periods.
That'd be an interesting couple periods.
Well, that'd be a heck of a broadcast right there,
yeah,
wouldn't it?
Pretty busy, that's for sure.
I think that's a game that's stretching 3 hours plus.
Yeah, but it's entertaining.
It is entertaining, no doubt about that. That is our This Day in Toledo hockey history, presented by the Fanatics, as we get ready for the Toledo Walleye and the Fort Wayne Komets. It's coming up. When we return, we'll have the national anthem and puck drop. Toledo, Fort Wayne. It's coming up next. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey. And there is our national anthem tonight from here at the Huntington Center as we get ready for Toledo Walleye Hockey. First, our game night special tonight. There it is, that sweatshirt. We showed it to you last night during the broadcast as well. When Super Cats, Craig Katz brought one up for us. And the broadcast area, normally $40, $39.95 on sale this weekend for just $30. I think Kyle has already picked one up, as a matter of fact.
I need to. Maybe a couple.
All right, let's take a look at our goaltender matchup tonight. Brought to you by Habitat Security as we get ready for this game. And there it is, our matchup. Philip Larson coming off a nice start in Brampton. Kyle, 38 saves in the win on Wednesday. His record is 4-4, 2.77 goals against average, .909 save percentage. Cole Kehler on the other side, 306 goals against average, 900 save, 13-9-2 is his record on the season.
Oh, Larson's probably pretty happy to get back in between the pipes, especially after those 38 shots there in Brampton. Especially in a morning game, he was dialed in, so nice job by Larson.
He was dialed in. He faced some pucks in that contest. We're going to have a special puck delivery here tonight. Of course, it is our Justice League weekend. Meaning, we need some superheroes to deliver the opening game puck. Check out this view right here. As the Justice League is delivering. Now, who has the official game puck is the question. I'm going to go with maybe Superman.
Hey, I don't know. Would you be able to do this?
Rappel from the ceiling?
Yeah.
It'd be a tough one, that's for sure.
I might come down a little too fast.
We might have, yep, that might be an issue right there.
Yeah, we're hung up there a little bit.
Aquaman, Batman delivered the game puck. There you go.
Batman's going to have to go over there and help out.
It's impressive right there to see Aquaman.
He's just stealing the show right now.
I think the issue he's having right now is
part of that. He's making his way down.
He's slowly but surely. I think the mask got caught for him, but the Toledo SWAT team helping us out with this.
Uh-oh. Tossing up some tools now.
Yeah. Well, you knew they would be prepared.
Yep.
Just in case. You know, they practiced this beforehand, but I think sometimes, you know, you can't anticipate something like this.
No. Yeah, he's tangled up, that's for sure. I got the scissors out.
Yep, there we go. Batman was ready, right?
That's his secret weapon right there.
With the scissors, there we go. And this big crowd on this Saturday night having a little fun with it as well. They're cheering on the efforts that young man is going through right there.
Yeah,
trying to get this. Yep, see, that's what happened there. Got caught, huh?
Yeah, a little tangled up there. He's figuring it out, though. He'll get it going. I'm sure the guys will get back out there and start wheeling around a little bit, try to warm up.
They might, but yeah, this is one of those things that can happen when you do something like this before a game, right?
Oh, yeah.
And look at all of his
just staring
SWAT
up there.
team compadres. They're all looking up like, all right, well, we got an issue.
This is a great memory for all those guys.
Oh, no question about it. No question about it.
You remember that one day? Oh, man. Just hanging out, though, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know what? He's in a good spot. Comfortable. Only has about 8,000 eyes on him right now. Sets of eyes.
Batman's walking around, shaking hands with the players.
Talking with TJ Hensick down there right now. That'll give us a chance to let you know. Alex Normandin is going to be our referee tonight. He is number 26. The linesmen are Shane Gustafson, number 87. and number 83, Kyle Flood. I got to tell you, this is a process. This thing caught in there. Who knows?
Yeah, he's trying to. Guess you never. Always got to train at some point, right? For scenarios.
Right. Yep, absolutely. Hey, this is the perfect training scenario right now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got all the cameras on him. I'm sure everybody's watching for sure.
Yeah, the rest of some of his Justice League teammates have left the ice.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You know what's going to happen is all of a sudden it's going to break loose and he's going to start sliding down. And
in a hurry.
There we go. In a hurry. It's going to happen. Dan Watson looking on from behind the Toledo bench as try to see, hey, is this thing gonna pop loose at some point?
At least he's what, 10 feet?
Yeah, not
15,
too far.
yeah,
Slowly but surely.
At least he wasn't all the way up top. Yeah, the fans are giving him.
There we go.
There we
go. They're cheering him on right now.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
He's getting a workout in there. You see that?
He's going to be exhausted by the time they get to this point. And you're right. A lot of the players are going to pop out, take a quick lap here, and get ready to go.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, it certainly is. But again, one of those things that can happen.
Yeah,
there we
there
go. Yeah, some of the players having a little fun with it as well. Matthew Bowden's went by there for Fort Wayne. Little fist bump to him. Hey, great work.
Shaw went by with a little chuckle.
Yeah. Well, if you ever wondered if we ever, watching at home or listening, if we tape some of this stuff ahead of time, now you know.
Yeah. Yep.
It's live.
There he goes.
And there we go. And, of course, the big cheers and the high fives from the players at the bench there.
That was interesting.
Loving it. As they all off the ice. And now we're ready for some hockey here in downtown Toledo. Just when you think you've seen everything, Kyle, there's always something for you, right?
Keep you on your toes, that's for sure.
Shaw will send it in just 10 seconds in, right on Larson. He'll kick that out again. Let's see what we're going to get from the Fort Wayne Komets here early.
Shaw,
what do you predict?
Well, Shaw just delivered a big hit there on the forward check, but here goes Toledo.
And Hensick open for a shot, and Kehler's going to make the save. Cole Kehler making the stop there. We saw Kehler for the third period in last night's game, getting the nod tonight. Dylan Ferguson is backing up. Patrick Munson, who got the start last night, is watching in the stands tonight. 3 goalies for the Fort Wayne Komets. Just like Toledo's got 3 on their roster right now. Puck will be played out to center ice. Kotick will knock it down. And it'll be handled for Kessner. Kessner got knocked down by Jenks. And it'll be played over to Winquist. Winquist hits it across to Brendan Kotick. Kotick will take a hit as he steered it up the near side wall. Winquist handed it off to Kotick with some open ice. Got to center ice. And it's helped along by Spinozzi down inside the Fort Wayne zone. Each team has had a shot here in the early going. Saw a lot of shots last night. Both teams the mid-30s as we get an icing call coming against the Fort Wayne Komets.
Yeah, Fort Wayne in the first period last night had, I think, 18 shots. Then they took a break in the second with only 5.
That's right.
Toledo,
Yeah, really.
Toledo took all the shots then.
Well, you know, you look at Toledo and those numbers that we've talked about, they're so strong, over 70 goals in each the second period and the third period.
Just that first period, like Coach talked about before the game, just try to figure out, keep chipping away, get better and better each game on the first period.
Out on the ice right now is Callum Fryer. Fryer just signed to an ATO today. He is wearing number 22 in this game. He joins Toledo. Right there is a look at Fryer.
He's a big kid, 6 foot.
Yeah, last 3 years at Lakehead University, which is in Canadian College, right?
Yep.
And he had 14 games this year. 68 games over the last 3 years combined, with 3 goals, 11 assists, and 40 penalty minutes for Callum Fryer. Getting his pro debut in tonight, and he is paired up with Mark Auk. Fryer going behind his own net. Pass came up the near side wall, batted out of the air, puck loose, and pushed over to the far side wall where Gerdukas will steer it out and down the ice.
Gerdukas, nice job, just chipping the puck out, get out of the D zone, and let the forwards go to work on the offensive zone.
And they did, as Gerdukas will pass it back. Lukowski, and he had it roll off of his stick. Petruzzelli coming back the other way for Fort Wayne. Lost it, as Gukowski will play it again. And he's got it set up for Abbott Gerdukas. Gerdukas will send it deep. And Fort Wayne will get it right back out to center. As Shaw gets it across the line, takes a return feed, throws it in front. That deflected in. Larson made the stop.
Kind of funny bounce, ended up in front of Larson.
McLeod backhand spinorama pass was a little bit behind his intended target. And it'll be St-Amant bringing it across the line for Fort Wayne. His feed deflected by Hensick out to center ice. Remember, Toledo scored twice early within the first 4 minutes of the opening period last night, Kyle. Grab a quick 2-0 lead, had the crowd buzzing. And boy, do we have a big one in here tonight. Look at this.
It's packed.
It is jammed up. We can really tell by the end to our right. That standing room only area is a little bit crowded.
Yeah, a couple rows deep.
As Birchback brings it in, but a whistle. Offside is called against Toledo. Hey, the Walleye trusts the experts at ProMedic Orthopedics. Get them back in the game. You can too. Don't let joint pain keep you from running at full capacity. Live 100% with ProMedica Orthopedics. And look at that big crowd. Hey, Superman's in the crowd too. Had a lot of Justice Leaguers here tonight, huh?
Oh, yeah. Kids dressed up as well.
This is not into your realm yet, is it? Justice League? Your kids aren't into it, right?
No, not really.
George will be.
Eventually.
Eventually.
He's in the monster truck. We got to get down here maybe next weekend and watch the monster trucks.
Oh, boy. Man, that's going to be loud for him.
Yep.
Centering pass is broken up as Birchback fired it towards the front of the net. And Toledo will be on the road next weekend. Otherwise, I'd join you. As it is played by Spinozzi. Bringing it out to center ice. Spinozzi got it across the line for Kessner, and another offside call coming against Toledo.
It's going to be a quick turnaround. Is it a Wednesday game?
No, it's Friday night in Indianapolis.
Okay.
Saturday night in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then Sunday afternoon in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And that's the time change day.
Yeah.
We leap forward.
That's right.
Speaking of the leap year day, we're leaping forward next weekend. Take the full leap an hour earlier, right?
I could use an extra 24 hours of sleep somewhere.
Okay, we'll try to work on that. As Gerdukas has it, coming in, shot, and it went high and wide. He was being hounded by Stewart. Still managed to get a good chance there.
Yeah, I think Stewart just kind of got that stick on stick and deflected a little wide.
Icing call going against Fort Wayne. Well, Toledo has probably had the better scoring chances so far, but the shots are in favor of Fort Wayne. 2-1 early. Not even 4 minutes gone. Well, and sure, Ben Boudreau had a few choice words. I read a couple of his quotes in the Fort Wayne media after the game last night. He wasn't thrilled.
No, I don't think it was one of their better efforts.
I thought maybe his best quote was, we came in thinking we're going to go into a featherweight fight, and a heavyweight showed up.
That's a good quote. That pretty much sums up the night.
As a shot from the blue line by Auk goes drifting wide. Kept in by Toledo. Backhand pass broken up. Played along the near side wall. Collected there. Loggins takes it up near the line. Wanted to hand it to Fryer. It deflected down into the corner. Grabbed there. Fryer will play it. Threw it to the front of the net. And Vela with a tip, but it went wide.
Yeah.
And a crunching hit by Vela. Then he got hit hard by Stewart. They got a little pushing and shoving over there. Loggins is tied up. And now it looks like the whistles will stop as Loggins may be into a fight. He is. Loggins and Rimshaw are throwing punches. Loggins still trying to unload as the linesmen are going to get in between them. Drake Rimshaw and Troy Loggins.
It looked like Rimshaw was looking for a fight right off the bat, trying to get something going, maybe spark Fort Wayne Komets, but Loggins there to answer the bell. It's a little scrum. Here's a questionable hit. Vela goes down, and here comes kind of a hit that was questionable with that, a head was down by Vela, and Stewart comes in and throws a hit, and there's a cross check. Could have taken one there. Then Loggins drops the mitt.
You know what? That's definitely a few spots there where Alex Normandin could have thrown another penalty on the board.
Yep.
Chase Stewart had 2 opportunities there to go to the box. Neither was called.
Yeah. Nice job by Loggins.
Alex Normandin, he's very similar to what we saw last night. You're gonna get a lot of opportunities to play the game.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Before he starts really whistling things down.
Cross the line, and then he'll start calling it.
Right. As it's thrown all the way down the ice. Zink was there, and he put it right into his bench. And at Toledo's side, we'll get another whistle. 4:43 has been played here at period number 1. Make sure you stop by Frickers before, during, or after the game for food, fun, sports, and spirits.
Frickers. I think any ref that calls a game between the Fort Wayne Komets and Toledo Walleye know that there's a little rivalry between these two.
Yeah, you better be ready. These two cities have played hockey against each other well over 500 times now all time.
Let alone 10th of the year here.
And oh, by the way, as that one popped up and caught the mask of Larson on that deflection in front by McKenzie. Shaw going behind the net, tied up there by Dylan Zink. The puck is steered free for Toledo. Long pass up to center, deflected. Hensick chasing after it. Delayed offside call. Toledo will clear the zone.
Glukowski trying to spring bonus.
As Hensick kept it alive inside the Fort Wayne zone. Reddekopp got over on the far side wall for Fort Wayne. Punched it out to center. Toledo will drive it right back in.
Like Toledo's playing a safer game, just throwing the puck down and letting the forwards chase it down.
Shaw with a pass into the neutral zone. Kessner deflected it, but it still slides down into the Toledo end for Szydlowski. Szydlowski handed it off to Jenks. Jenks played it to no one out to center ice. That'll be driven right back in by Fort Wayne. Spinozzi absorbs a hit as he goes behind the net. Kotick coming over to help out. Kotick just kicks the puck free, and away he goes up to center ice. Brendan Kotick blasted in wide of the net, but he wasn't to the red line yet. It'll be an icing call against Toledo.
Stride or two before the red. It's that little extra step or two, and you get the puck over the red, you can dump it in. There's that shot off the mask of Larson.
Yeah, deflected right in there. Philip Larson, no, making the stop. Larson has allowed 3 goals or less in 5 straight starts. He's won 3 of those. He did lose 2 of them. But Toledo, look at the numbers, man. They are deadly when they get 3 goals in a game, though.
Yeah, they're almost averaging 4 now, right?
Yes, they are. Just under 4. But, boy, when they get to 3, 32-4 this year when they score 3 or more goals. They've scored 7 or more 5 times already this year.
Pretty impressive.
Certainly is. Brought up to center ice right in front of the Fort Wayne bench. Collected there by Mark Auck. He'll spin, tried to drop it for Boeing. Too far in front of Brett Boeing, and it'll slide back down for the Komets to play. 3-2 the shots in this early going. Boeing, nice hit on Haas. Haas is in the lineup tonight for the Fort Wayne Komets as the puck comes to center, and Boeing will tip it in.
Yeah, Haas leads the penalty minute department for Fort Wayne with 151.
Yep, and he is in that lineup for the Komets.
It's one of those players that maybe the coach is looking for a spark.
Yeah, centering pass goes wide of the Toledo net. Haas down the near side wall. Well, it goes in behind the net. That one landed on the cage for a moment, freed up and played to the line. Reddekopp is able to keep it inside the zone with a shot up high on Larson. He made the stop, but the rebound slides in just past the line. And Fort Wayne takes a 1-0 lead.
That's one of those unfortunate bounces that a goaltender gets. He makes the initial save. Larson, it kind of rolls over his shoulder into the back of the net. Makes the initial save. The shot's going to come through any second. Makes the first save. Maybe it just off the back.
Yep, Shaw deflected it in off the back of Philip Larson. And Brady Shaw, it's goal number 21 on the year, gives Fort Wayne a 1-0 lead. A much-needed start for the Komets. Brady Shaw getting the first goal of the game. They lead at 1-0. Fort Wayne 19-7-2 when they have scored the first goal of the contest. And they have it here tonight. As Kotick's going to hold it inside the zone, trying to rip it to the front of the net, deflected in behind the cage. Gallipo with a pass that connects, and out to center ice go the Komets. A 5-2 shot advantage as Szydlowski will wrap it around. Bodens is tied up along the near side wall. Came to Szydlowski. Up to the blue line. Faked the shot, then let it go. And a stop by Larson. Puck loose in front, and it's kicked in behind the net.
Good battle in front. Toledo pushing the puck out of the crease, helping out Larson.
As Hensick got it across the line, his pass intercepted. Bodens going the other way. He'll slide across the line and just set it deep. As the Komets go on a line change. Toledo will join him. Winquist, near side, Fryer. Fryer skating up to center. He'll wrist it in after he takes a little bump. Played along the near side wall. And worked up towards the line. Birchback got there, but too late as it came out to center. Winquist, hands for Kessner. Off his stick, but still able to recover. Josh Kessner and Shane Birchback tied for the team lead in points against Fort Wayne this year, each with 15 so far this season. As Kessner digging for the puck. They play down the ice. TJ Hensick right behind him with 14 on the season. Winquist sets it over to Glukowski. Back in his own zone. 9 minutes gone. We're in the opening period. Toledo trailing at 1-0 to the Fort Wayne Komets. Set ahead, Shaw. Coming down the near side wall. Dance past the check. It rolled right to Larson. And Philip Larson has it covered. Timeout on the ice. 10:42 to go. We're in period number 1. It's Fort Wayne 1. Toledo 0. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.
I thought we were going to see a different pace to the game. I thought we were going to see a different pace than this. Kind of like a slow.
I know, I got to stand. I know.
I got nothing for Jetty yet. I mean, Deli.
Well, we got ourselves a 1-0 game. Toledo is trailing the Fort Wayne Komets.
A little delay here again.
Well, I don't know what that was all about. But our referee, Alex Normandin, went over to the Fort Wayne bench and said something, and all of a sudden the Komets started skating over. It's like Ben Boudreau was taking a little longer to talk to his guys.
Yeah, they draw up a play here.
Yeah, they do have the offensive zone face-off. Gregor McLeod will take it for Toledo against Brett McKenzie. Puck is down. McKenzie's going to come away with it. Put it between the circles. Shaw fanned on it. Toledo got it out to center. Hensick backed it right in on Cole Kehler, who covers, and we get yet another whistle. Well, last night we were off to an excellent pace, Kyle.
Yeah, there's really not many whistles either for the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, you want to talk about running through a pace? We were running through a pace of a game last night. But today we are not off and running.
No.
We're off and walking.
It's a good way to put it. So, you know what? I thought there would be a little different pace, as a little bounce here for Fort Wayne.
Yep, McKenzie's got it. Set it across, and Fort Wayne scores again. A goal for the Komets to give them a 2-0 lead. They bounce at center, and it ends up being a 2-on-1. Fort Wayne capitalizes, and the goal for the Fort Wayne Komets, Sean St-Amant.
So one of those bounces that went into Fort Wayne's favor, but give them credit. Two guys are ready to go, and 2-on-1 they went. Capitalized on a lucky bounce. 2-0 Fort Wayne.
Now they are going to take a look at this to see if it actually did go in the back of the net.
I think it did, but we're going to see right here.
Yeah, take a look at our replay.
It's one of those hit the back bar.
Yep. It certainly looked like it, at least on that view. And that's the view that they're going to look at right now. You see Alex Normandin down there taking a look-see.
Yeah, not much discussion on that
Yeah,
one.
it didn't take too long. And there's the point to center ice. And it's a 2-0 Fort Wayne lead over the Toledo Walleye. Now the first period has been the best for the Fort Wayne Komets. It's the only plus period in goal scoring for Fort Wayne this season. Okay, they have outscored opponents with the 2 goals here, 70-55 in the opening period. They're a minus in the second and third periods.
Yeah, it didn't work out last night with Toledo with a 2-1 lead after the first.
No, it certainly didn't, but Fort Wayne has the lead right now, 2-0. Toledo was even coming into today in the first period, 48-48, as Larson makes a stop. It's swept right in front again, and that's knocked away, and popped just over top of the net. Another opportunity, Jenks a shot, and that's kicked away by Larson. Another try, and that hit the crossbar and came out.
I'll tell you, Fort Wayne's buzzing in the offensive zone. They've seen a lot more shots now. They got 9 in the first period. They're starting to get shots on Larson.
Yeah, they're moving it right now. Berg got it across the line, batted away by Fryer. And it'll be dumped in behind the Toledo net. Played by Auk and around to Fryer. Fryer still with a puck. Set it to center, and Boeing's got it. Boeing dances past a check. Sets it across the line for a shot. That's kicked away by Kehler. Down into the near side corner. Worked up towards the line and flipped out by Fort Wayne. Glove down by Auk. He'll set it ahead, but knocked away by Stewart. And Fort Wayne will take it with under 9 to go. We're in period number 1. A 2-0 lead for the Komets as Gottlieb set it between the circles, and Berg missed it on the one-timer. Hirschbach couldn't collect it. Otherwise, there was going to be big-time numbers for the Walleye.
Yeah, Hirschbach gets a chip on that. He had 2 guys supporting the puck, but just couldn't get a stick on it.
Berg didn't touch it, and a delayed offside call be wiped away as Toledo carries it to center. Kessner got it across the line, looking for it as Winquist, but now the delayed offside will be whistled down this time against Toledo, and now we're going to get some action down in the corner. As Winquist, Kessner involved for Toledo. Linesmen are going to quickly get in between them and break them up. Timeout on the ice here in the Huntington Center. It's Fort Wayne 2, Toledo nothing. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.
Struggling. It's just not the coaches and players, it's fans. Everybody not happy.
Oh, what do we got here? Back here at the Huntington Center, we got a 2-0 game. The Toledo Walleye are trailing the Fort Wayne Komets. Matt Melzak, Kyle Rogers with you. Well, we got another issue out there. Ice crew has had to come out. Something between the circles there, not good in the Fort Wayne zone. Well, it's been a weird start to this game. It all goes back to the puck drop.
The grand entrance.
Shots are 9-4 in favor of the Fort Wayne Komets. Not surprised with that. They're one of the top shooting teams in the league, top 5 in the league in that regard. As Toledo will chip it down the ice. The surprise part is the 2-0 lead for Fort Wayne. As Zink will drift back into his own end, turned it over. And a setup, McKenzie a shot, and that goes wide. Played up the near side wall, Kessner will get to it. Kessner left it, Glukowski played up and around, it goes. Shaw's got it just outside the right circle. Set it down low to St-Amant. Behind the net it goes for Shaw, and worked up to the line for pass. The wrist shot goes off the back wall, comes in front. Larson trying to cover it, he can't. And it is deflected up over the glass and out of play, but played off of a Toledo stick, and a penalty call coming against the Toledo Walleye.
It looked like Larson tried to get a glove on it, but Fort Wayne kicked it free, and then there was panic, and Bukowski's just going to chip it, try to get it towards the glass out of harm's way, and unfortunately out of play it goes for a delay.
Yep, delay a game call going against the Toledo Walleye. So they're short-handed, first time in this game. Fort Wayne, number 1 power play unit in the league, 24.8%. They have allowed 6 short-handed goals. Toledo's penalty kill unit, 88.4% on the season, second best in the league. Berg on the far side, set it to the blue line, and it goes across Szydlowski, a shot that hit the outside of the post.
Yeah, Szydlowski, he has that one-timer shot and lets it go and hits the post.
Played for a chance to clear by Spinozzi, and he'll send it to length.
Yeah, this is a smart play by Spinozzi. So open window there, took the hard bounce off the wall, and 200 feet it went.
Played by Gottlieb, drops it for Jenks at center. He'll get across the line. Szydlowski played it all the way around, looking for it. Kessner, instead it's bounced near side. Szydlowski got it up to the blue line. Gottlieb goes rink wide, top of the right circle, it's thrown down low. Jenks centering pass, blocked by Zink. Over to the corner, set up Szydlowski, goes rink wide with his pass, connects there with Berg, who takes it in behind the net. Berg will set it up top of the right circle, and back to the line. Gottlieb handed it off there, and a pass broken up, kicked up towards the line, and just outside the zone. So Toledo had plenty of room for Dylan Zink.
Yeah, Zink's just going to hang out with it until he's forced to make a play.
Yep, and he waits and then fires it out to center ice, right to Boeing. Boeing got across the line, hauled down as he went into the corner, still managed to keep the puck there. Doing it as well as he can to keep it down inside the Fort Wayne zone. Continues to work after it as St-Amant dances across the line with a shot off of Larson, and then it hit the post again. That post has been busy.
Yeah, luckily in favor of the Toledo Walleye right now.
As Gallipo comes back out to center, he'll set it across for Shaw. Shaw with a drop pass for St-Amant. Tied up by Bonus. Puck went down into the corner. Back to St-Amant. He'll leave it to the blue line. Glukowski steps onto the box. And a shot blocked neatly by Koenig.
That's a nice block shot.
At the line, Gallipo a shot blocked again by Koenig. And he'll bounce it out to center.
Nice job by Brandon Koenig. Those are 2 block shots that come at the end of a period. Those are tough.
5.5 to go in this opening period. Worked up towards the line by Fryer, and it will squeeze out to center. Hirschbach set it ahead for Loggins, got through his stick. He'll continue to chase after it. Shots 12-4 in favor of Fort Wayne. Lindquist chipped it for the corner. That's intercepted by Fort Wayne. Komets out to center ice. Stephen Bayless, the former Bowling Green Falcon. Around the net he goes, takes it into the right circle, plays it across, had a man open. Pass was a little wide. Set up for Bayless once again, just outside the left circle. His pass picked off by Lindquist. Lindquist will hand it for Loggins. Loggins takes a hit as it's dropped down inside the Fort Wayne zone. Set around near side, good collision there. Bayless able to set it up for Berg. Out to center ice it goes. 4.5 left in the first period. Toledo trailing it 2-0 and a setup in front. Stewart and Verpass, the two defensemen, we're going right to the front of the net for Fort Wayne.
Yeah, it's a little 2-on-0, not much there, but luckily in Toledo's favor, they couldn't handle it and got away with one.
As Hensick got it across the line, finds McLeod, sharp angle shot, hit the goaltender Kehler, and then came back to McLeod, but pitchforked off of his stick to center. 4 minutes to go in period number 1. Toledo trailing 2-0. Bodens is across the line. Pass for him again by Szydlowski is blocked. And Vela will set it over to Brendan Kotick. He's got the red line, or did he? No. Boy, that was close. I thought for sure he hit the red line, but no. Says the linesman, and an icing call going against the Toledo Walleye.
Coach Delmore didn't look too happy on that one. That was a questionable one.
That certainly was. Sheet Metal Workers Local 33, proud to partner with Toledo Walleye, recognizing our working men and women in our organizations. This year, every Sheet Metal Workers hard hat, every Walleye player's helmet will proudly display the other's logo, proclaiming that we go to work together. On the face-off for Toledo, Marcus Vela. And TJ Hensick will help it out to center. And he's got it coming across the line. Gave it over for McLeod, and it just missed him. Toledo will get to it, though, as Vela, nice work on the far side wall. Set up in front of the net by Hensick, but picked off there by Shaw.
It's just one of those, Toledo just can't get the puck in the offensive zone and kind of establish that zone play like we saw last night. But the nice thing about it is it's still early in the game, and I'm sure they're going to figure it out here, get through this first period.
As it'll be worked ahead for Gerdukas. He's going to take a hit nearly into the Fort Wayne bench from Galopon.
Yeah, definitely halfway there. He had a leg in.
Managed to stay, though, on the ice. And he's working down the near side wall with the puck is Amit Gerdukas. Little spin, set it down into the corner for Boeing. Boeing fanned on his pass, and Berg able to work it down to the Toledo end of the ice. Fryer got to it, flipped it ahead, and chasing after it is Bonus. Coming way out of his net was Kehler. Centering pass from Bonus. Auk was racing in, and that got tipped away.
Kehler had to come out. He knew Kyle Bonus had that jump on a Fort Wayne D player.
Bonus will send it in behind the net. Under 2.5 to go. We're in period number 1. Lukowski goes across for Auk. Auk overskated, and it's out to center. It'll be chased down. Glukowski. Bonus faked the shot. Set it down low. Centering pass. Tipped by Boeing. They score! A much-needed goal late in the first from Brett Boeing.
That's one of those goals, man. It's just working hard down low, get the puck to the front of the net, and Brett Boeing's there to get a nice little redirect to beat Kehler.
Take a look at it from the overhead. There's the deflection. Second effort, and actually Kehler helped out Brett Boeing.
Similar to the one on Larson.
On Larson.
Yep.
So we're even in that regard.
That's a big goal, especially the last, say 2 minutes in the first period. This period hasn't been going the way that Toledo would like it, but they stuck together, they worked hard, and they got that goal here by Brett Boeing.
Now where did that goal come from? Oh, Stewart with a hit there on Berschbach. That was close to being knee-on-knee. Turnover as Winquist backed it to the line, but Spinozzi was back at center because Bodens was out there. As Stewart will play it down the ice. This would be an icing call against Fort Wayne.
Yeah, Chase Stewart. He's one of those players. He's a big D man, and he's going to step up when he sees an opportunity. And like you said, that was almost a knee-on-knee with Shane Birchbeck.
There's Brett Boeing, 9th goal on the year. Give him 20 points. First-year forward out of UMass. Face-off will be to the right of Cole Kehler. Shots are 12-6 in favor of Fort Wayne. Toledo trailing the hockey game 2-1. As it's worked out to center ice, Szydlowski. Watch as it's played by Zink. Ahead for Kessner's got some open ice. Sets it near side. Birchbeck back for Kessner. He's hauled down. Penalty call coming against the Fort Wayne Komets.
Well, Coach Watson talked about it. Use your speed to your advantage, and when you start doing that, teams are going to start taking penalties, and this is just a stick penalty. Move your feet, split the D, try to find that open seam. The sticks start flying, and down you go for a power play chance.
Gives Toledo an opportunity with a man advantage. Well, if you're looking for Toledo's best barbecue, it's at City Barbecue. Their authentic hickory smoked meats made from scratch, signs and desserts, award-winning for a reason. See for yourself. Stop by their place at West Central Avenue or learn more at citybarbecue.com. Power play starting for the Walleye, second best unit in the league, 24.1%. And oh, by the way, they only went 3 for 5 in the game last night against Fort Wayne.
See if they can get something going here. It's definitely after that face-off win.
Szydlowski is on it. Wanted to get it to the front of the net, but it was blocked. Petruzzelli tipped it, and it's cleared out. Minute left to go in the first period. As Toledo will get the line. It's set up for Reddekopp. Brett McKenzie is in the box. And Winquist, top of the left circle, gives it to Hensick. Hensick carries it all the way to the line. Looking things over with 30 to go in the period. Set it for Reddekopp. Reddekopp to Szydlowski, back to Reddekopp. He's got Hensick down low, gives it to him. Those two will switch as Hensick takes it into the left circle. Looking between the circles, he's got Loggins in the high slot. Goes to Hensick. Hensick left circle. Still looking as he fades down low. Reddekopp. Reddekopp going back to Hensick. Hensick still holding it. We're under 10 to go in the period. Hensick still with the puck, looking for an outlet. Fired it in front, and Reddekopp couldn't get the tip. Winquist goes across. Hensick the shot, and it hit up high on Stewart. And he went down at a heap on that one-timer. Would have counted if it had gone in the net, but Stewart caught that somewhere up high, whether in the face or in the helmet area. But he went down to the ice, and we go to the first intermission here tonight at the Huntington Center with the Toledo Walleye trailing the Fort Wayne Komets by a count of 2-1 after one period of play. Kyle, it took them a little while, but they got that speed going there at the end. It drew a penalty.
Yep.
They got the goal. Maybe that'll give them some life here tonight.
Well, even on that goal that Brett Boeing got, you got the puck deep, you chased it down, that forecheck, they established that, started moving their feet, they get the puck to the net, and Brett Boeing gets that big goal, and then on that power play, move your feet again, and they take a tripping call. So nice job to end the period.
Let's go to our corner dental check-in. Toledo Walleye Associate Head Coach Andy Delmore joins us. Andy, much different look between the first period of last night to the first period of tonight.
For sure. We knew that coming in that they were going to be a hungry hockey club, focused and ready to go, and we weren't. We were lucky enough to get one there late to make it a one-goal game, so that's the positive going into the intermission here, and we got 46 left on this PP to tie this thing up.
Coach, obviously the last 3 or 4 minutes, you start moving your feet, you get a goal, you get a penalty. It's just a strength that you guys have when you use your speed well.
Yeah, we just got to chip and get it by them and use our speed. And, their D are big. I think they're decent skaters, but I think we can get it behind them for sure.
All right, Andy. Best of luck the rest of the way. Thanks
guys.
as always. There you go. Andy Delmore, Associate Head Coach of the Toledo Walleye, joining us with the corner dental check-in after one period of play. Toledo trailing the Fort Wayne Komets after the first by a score of 2-1. Our first period intermission report is coming up next. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.
down this weekend at the Huntington Center. Get your tickets today.
Well, we have a crowd going tonight. You could tell by this shot right now of the concourse, eh?
Looks busy out there. Gotta love it.
It does. Fantastic, and they had a lot to roar about at the end of period number one. As our first period intermission report brought to you by Huntington Bank and also by Corner Dental. Matt Melzak, Kyle Rogers back here in the broadcast booth where Toledo is trailing by one. A score flipped from yesterday. That's why I started with Andy Delmore. It's amazing the difference between two nights.
Yeah.
First period last night to first period tonight, almost polar opposites, right?
Well, you knew Fort Wayne was going to come out fired up, especially with the coaching probably strategy they had coming in, not being happy. They've been out, played through 60 minutes of hockey last night, so they're going to bring a different strategy. But I thought Toledo, they weathered the storm, and sometimes good teams have to do that until they find that jump or that jump or that little spark. Like they got against the Boeing there at the end of the period, but they weathered the storm, they got going, and they're heading into the second period.
And you know what? They got the goal from Brett Boeing, then all of a sudden you get to play up the ice. Kestner draws a penalty call. Next thing you know, you're on the power play, and now all of a sudden maybe that's turned a little.
You would think so. I mean, they got a power play chance. We saw what they did last night with the power play, so you have fresh ice and see what they could do here to start the second.
All right, let's get into our highlights from the first period of play, and well, obviously this has to be shown, right?
Yeah, why not?
We had a little bit of a delay. I wonder if the official scorer got that the time
right.
We were delayed, but 5:40 is what we're being told was the extra delay getting this game underway, and it felt like, it was a little slow going for everybody to get going. We had a lot of whistles early, a lot of things happening, and then, we had this.
The cuffs out here. Loggins going ahead, throwing the mitts around there. But, it was a spark that we talked about. Fort Wayne, they wanted to get things going here and early, and they had a nice little fight, and then it responded with, a battle in front of the net with Larson making a couple saves. But, Fort Wayne got the first goal, obviously, and they were going with their game plan.
Yeah, it's right here. Banks in off of Philip Larson. This was a story from part of the game. And so far in this game, and then kind of a bad break here. A puck bounces away.
Bad puck, like you call that, Matt. And a 2-on-1 right there. And again, capitalize on that opportunity, and Stewart gets that big goal.
Yeah, St-Amant getting the goal there for Fort Wayne. But yes, and then you see the pressure that they had after the goal. Remember, this could have very easily have been 3-0.
Yeah, how many posts did Fort Wayne hit?
3, maybe 4, and just grazing the outside, and then all of a sudden, Brett Boeing gets the goal. The next thing you know, you've got a power play going on the board. Toledo amping up their chances. They were outshot 12-6 in the first period. The stats, sometimes the shots don't tell the story. They kind of did a little bit in the play of the first period. It was a lot of Fort Wayne carrying.
Yeah, not too many shots there by Toledo, 6 only. It's not typical for Toledo only gets held to 6 shots, especially at their home ice, here at the Huntington Center. And credit to Fort Wayne, that first period, they played very well. That's usually a typical period that they do play well with the first 20 minutes in a game. So, power play to start for Toledo to start the second period. We know how strong Toledo is with the second and third period, so I don't think there's really any panic in that locker room right now.
And Coach Delmore is in there right now. He's probably drawing up something he wants the team to do right away when we get into the start of the second period with that 46 seconds of power play time.
Yeah, they're going to be drawing up some plays right now. Delmore, you could tell he wasn't too happy with the play, but they did get that spark at the end of the first period. So I'm anxious to see what happens here to start the second.
Yeah, so are we. Well, stay with us. We got plenty to get to here in our first period intermission report. Toledo trailing it 2-1. Back with more in a moment. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey. All right, Dominic. We are going to move this out. The package here we're not going to run. Okay? Because Kyle is going to do an interview right now because we had a player for the day today. So she's going to jump in here. Her first name, I'll give it to you so you can graphic. It's Riley, R-I-L-E-Y, first name. Last name is Trader, T-R-A-D-E-R. Got it? All right, thank you. It'll be Kyle Rogers doing this. He's ready. Are you ready, Riley?
So you're a season ticket holder?
Huh?
Season ticket holders? Yeah. How many years?
A few, I think.
Yeah, cool. Well, welcome back to the Huntington Center after 20 minutes of play. Toledo is trailing the Fort Wayne Komets a score of 2-1 as we welcome you back to the booth where I'm not usually at, but alongside the player for a day, Riley Trader. And Riley, you got to be pretty excited to be a player for the day. Tell me about your experience today.
My experience has been very exciting because I've been here for all 11 seasons and I finally get to see most of the behind the scenes, so it's pretty interesting.
So you start the day out, did you come to morning skate?
Yeah, I did. I sat on the bench and watched the players practice in the morning.
So what did you think? You're up close, obviously you're usually behind the glass, but now you're on the bench. How fast is the game when you were watching this morning?
It was really fast. And it was really interesting because I got to see some of the things that I would normally not see during a normal warm up during the game or before the game.
You get to see some guys goofing around on the ice.
Yeah.
Always fun. But then after pregame skate, did you get to go out and have a meal with the guys?
Yeah, I had a meal with two of them.
Do you remember who they were?
It was Moffitt and I can't remember his name, but it was I can't even remember.
That's all right. It was all right. Who was the sloppy eater? Was Moffitt pretty clean or was he messy?
He was pretty clean.
So that's a pregame meal. So was it pasta or was it something you get to pick?
It was pasta and chicken.
Okay, there you go. So that's a pregame. Get your carbs in you, get ready for the game. And then you get to go home, you come back. Did you get to sit in the meetings and all that?
Yeah, I did, and something that I really found interesting is I got a tour of the locker room.
There you go. How cool is that?
It was really cool.
You didn't step on the logo though. Did you hear the story with that?
No.
So if you step on the logo in the locker room, and this goes anywhere in the locker room, you step on the logo. Usually it's a $5 fee, but luckily Riley didn't step on the logo, so we're good there, right?
I don't think I did.
So what was your favorite part of the day?
My favorite part was when I got introduced and I was like put on the video board, and it was like all out there like Riley Trader, the player for the day thing, and this is really cool because I normally don't get to do these kinds of stuff. Like I stay in my normal seats and I get to watch it, and it's normally so much fun, and this has made it 10 times more.
Oh, it's awesome. It's a joy to have you up in the booth. Thanks for coming up. You're always welcome to come. Unfortunately, you got stuck with me and not Matt Melzak, but we'll be all right. Well, thanks for coming up. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day and being a player of the day, Riley.
Yep, thank you.
Well, don't go anywhere. We have the second period coming up as Toledo's trailing 2-1 over the Fort Wayne Komets. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.
Sorry.
Have an LOL Heart OMG night with the Mudhens. Get your tickets today. Call 419-725-HENS.
I'm telling you, I'm not a genius, but Huntington Center. We're in downtown Toledo. Toledo trailing Fort Wayne 2-1. What a job by my broadcast partner a moment ago.
Riley's a talker, so that was all right.
Now, okay.
And 11 seasons with the season ticket holder, so great job. That's awesome.
I know. That's impressive right there. She's been around longer than you have.
Yeah, beat me by a year. That's awesome, though. We like those loyal fans. And we got a lot of them out there, especially tonight. It looks like another sellout, similar to last night.
Yeah, but I'm proud of you, man. You took over my role for a segment there. That's good
I gave you a shout out, though. I couldn't leave you hanging.
Appreciate that. But yes, big crowd here tonight. We're looking forward to it. Hey, don't forget tomorrow, another game right here at the Huntington Center. 5 o'clock start time. Look at the schedule. There it is. We go into March. Remember, tomorrow's the first day of March.
That's crazy. I can't believe we're in March.
It is amazing, isn't it? 5:15 start time against Wheeling. Then next weekend, you mentioned it, we got Monster Jam going on here at the Huntington Center, Toledo on the road. Indy, Cincinnati, Kalamazoo. It's going to be a difficult trip next weekend. And a 4 and 5 and a Wednesday, a rare Wednesday night game.
That's what I was talking about. Those monster trucks come in here. They get a little squirrely. Look out. They might hit a wall, and that's that Wednesday game.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Look, Gravedigger's pretty wild out
there.
What
are you doing? Jesus Rivera.
No, I know. I'm not doubting
if he hears you right now,
I can't do
that. He'd be very upset with you for even thinking about that. But yes, Wednesday night, Cincinnati will be here at the Huntington Center. And then you see the rest of the schedule there. Still a lot of home hockey left. Get your tickets now at ToledoWalleye.com. Now we've got the second period coming your way in just a few moments. Stay tuned for that as Aquaman will take the ice next. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey. Woo. 12. I love it.
We got?
All right, back here at the Huntington Center as we get ready to go for period number 2. And Philip Larson will take the nets to our right. Cole Kehler, the nets to our left. As we go on for the second period, the teams are going to line themselves up at center ice. And Toledo, when trailing after 1. Now, this should not be a surprising stat for you, Kyle Rogers.
Can't wait to hear it, though.
All right. What's Toledo done in the second period this year?
Yeah, they just win the second period with.
Okay. So it wouldn't surprise you that they're 8-6-4 when trailing after 1.
No.
Not at all.
Especially in these uniforms.
Yes, Kessner rips a pass over to Zink. Remember, Toledo on a power play. Another 25 seconds as they set it up inside the Fort Wayne zone. McLeod, top of the right circle to Zink. Set up Birchback, back for McLeod. Chopped off of his stick, came to the line. Zink will hold it in. Gives way to Kessner. Power play time dwindling. Kessner goes rink wide. Boy, somehow got that over to Birchback. Wants to go back to Kessner. He does. Kessner to the line. Zink, a big blast, and Kehler made the save. McKenzie's going to step out of the box. Toledo 0 for 1 with a man advantage. They still have the puck, though. Kessner, backhand pass, picked off.
Yeah, I don't know how Kessner and Birchback got those passes through that box.
Twice in a row is a shot on Larson. He makes the save.
Well, they're trying to get the PK unit to puck watch, and it opens up those seams and maybe hit somebody like Zink up top for a one-timer.
Well, they did. And Kehler made the save. Puck bounces up into the netting, and that is whistled down.
Sometimes you got to be careful, especially power play to start a period. Sometimes the ice isn't frozen, so you hit that wet spot and the puck just stops on you. But that didn't happen on that one. They were snapping that puck around.
Yep, we'll have a face-off inside the Fort Wayne zone. Remember what Toledo did last night in the second period? It was a thorough domination overall. Now, they didn't score until it got late in the second period. Under 5 minutes left before they lit the lamp, as a shot by Vela nearly caught Kehler napping a little bit.
A nice give and go.
Late reaction, but it ends up being a save for Cole Kehler.
A little go, give and go, Gerdukas and Vela. Allowed that shot to happen.
Certainly did. Jenks waved out of the face-off circle. Not happy about that. And the draw was won by Gerdukas so cleanly, it goes all the way down the ice.
I had a couple of those last night.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
Now Gerdukas didn't react like some of the others that did, as Loggins fires a shot. Coming across the line. Kehler made that save. Poked down to the corner. Loggins has it again. Centering pass. Vela couldn't get his stick quite loaded up for the shot. Set up to the line. Batted out of the air. It's going to slide down into the Toledo zone. Spinozzi. Well, backhanded over to Loggins. Loggins overskated it at center. That might have caught one of those spots you were talking about.
Yeah, that's a stick down there too, man. I wonder if it kind of snagged
that
stick.
could have, yes. That got just handed into the penalty box. Linesman on that. Puck comes across ice. Gottlieb takes a hit there. Pushed free for Toledo as Loggins will play it. Up to center. He's at the end of a shift, so he'll just dump it deep, and chasing after it is Vela. Vela with a collision there. He'll come up to center. And Bonus working at it along the near side wall. McKenzie took it away. 2.5 gone. We're in the second period. Flipped out to center ice, and Fryer is on that. He'll drive it in. Stewart, near side corner. Set it up, coming to center. Poked free by Bonus. But Fort Wayne able to play it back down into the Toledo end. On it there is Auk. His pass to center, knocked away by Petruzzelli for St-Amant. And across it goes. Backhand try by Berg. It goes off of Larson. Handled by Toledo as Auk gets it to center. Coming across the line is Hensick. Hensick threw it to the near side post, and Bonus couldn't get a deflection.
Yeah, nice job by Fort Wayne getting back, helping out. Bonus going back door.
Rimshaw with a shot, and that was stopped by Larson. Coming across the line, and it's down in the corner. McLeod puts on the brakes there. Gregor McLeod looking things over. He'll get it to center. Pass is to Kessner. He got upended right when he hit the line.
Yeah, Fort Wayne's being pretty aggressive in the neutral zone, making it difficult for Toledo to get that speed going that they want.
Well, they're going to get it here as they're across the line. Kessner left it. McLeod a shot, and Kehler made the stop. Held in. Konik, a drive that got deflected by Gallipo in front, went over the net. Set up the near side wall. Spinozzi raced up, but it's pushed past him, and that'll go the length.
Yeah, if Toledo gets the puck in the offensive zone, they get a little, it's tough for Fort Wayne because Toledo's fast. When they start moving their feet, chasing down those loose pucks, tracking down loose pucks, winning those 50-50, the low to highs, the switches, not too many teams can kind of control themselves when Toledo starts doing that. And at the end of the day, usually teams ice it, and that's what Fort Wayne just did.
4:09, the time that has been played here in period number 2. Walleye with an offensive zone face-off. It goes to the wall. Kessner hounded there. Winquist came in, played it all the way around. And Birschbach couldn't collect. It'll be Szydlowski who will for Fort Wayne. Get it up to center and tip down the ice. Konik working after that. Set along the near side wall. Played ahead to Winquist. Winquist up to center. He'll take a hit at center ice from McKenzie. Puck came right back to Winquist as he got up. Backhanded it ahead, but it's Haas to play it for Szydlowski. Tried a shot, raised away by Konik. Set up to the line, 15-10 the shots, favor the Fort Wayne Komets. They lead the game as well, 2-1. Birschbach slides it across. Dan has Kessner coming to center. End of a long shift for him, so he'll dump it deep.
Yeah, a little dump and chase, allow Bella to forecheck.
Sent down into the Toledo end, out of his net is Larson. Fryer helped it up the far side wall. Knocked down by Stewart. Stewart set it down into the corner. Hawk spin move and a nice pass ahead. Pass it out to center. Reddekopp gave way to Vela and a shot that's gloved by Kehler. Holds that.
It's one of those no rebounds. If you get that shot low, pass it over, Reddekopp drive the net, look for that rebound. It almost looks like it got deflected there and went up into the glove. That's where you get that zone, you bump into the wing and you drive down, you make that defenseman, either go with the guy driving the net or you got to grant the guy taking the shot. So either or, you're going to open up a lane.
When your company's safety, record, uptime, budget, and reputation are on the line, talk is useless. You want proof? That's where you'd expect RMF Neuter to deliver. RMF Neuter, expect more. Turnover at the blue line. Coming in, Loggins with a shot. It's behind Kehler. And Stewart looked like he covered it up. Now, did he cover it in the crease, though?
Yeah, it looks like they're pointing over to the faceoff.
Yeah, they are. Let's take a look, Kyle.
Yep, quick turnover. Away you go. Transitional game, 2-on-1. Get the shot. Trickles behind Kehler.
Stewart did the smart play there, didn't he?
Yep, just kind of pushed it behind him. I think Logan's got the shot, and it hit Stewart and then bounced in behind the goaltender.
Now very close there for the Toledo Walleye. Down by a goal as they try to tie this one up. They're getting some opportunities, though, here in the second.
Yep, that's what they need. They need to keep on going. Zone entries, transition, but Fort Wayne's doing a nice job plugging up the zone.
Well, Toledo coming out to center again. Loggins will get it deep. This line has had the opportunities, a good amount of them so far, as Gerdukas centered it. Knocked away, though, by Fort Wayne. We played 6 minutes of period 2. Toledo trailing it 2-1. Puck in behind the Walleye net. And squibbed free. It is handled by Dylan Zink. And Zink will wrap a pass out to center. Bella's got it. Right circle, a shot. And Kehler, another save. As he has been forced to make some stops in period 2. Timeout on the ice. Toledo trailing it 2-1. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey. What do you got? Well, Toledo down a goal. We're in the second period. 2-1 game. 6.5 minutes have been played of this second period. Kotick will knock it down at center ice. Bodens was there to send it deep.
AJ Jank's going to try to chase that one down.
Well, he did, but Toledo's going to play it out to center ice. And it's bumped right back in. Out of his net, Larson. Gives way to Spinozzi. And he'll find Brendan Kopp. Kotick wraps it near side. McLeod takes a hit as it's played rink wide. Hensick will get to it. Pass up to center. Szydlowski, though, will knock that away. Came across the line, but poke checked away again. And McLeod gives way to Bonus. Back for McLeod. Gregor McLeod tried to slide past Szydlowski, who knocked it away from him. Back down to the Toledo end of the ice. Spinozzi and McKenzie for Fort Wayne. Shaw fresh off the bench. Poke checked away neatly by Kyle Bonus, who finds McLeod at center. Rolling it ahead, Hensick, and they're going to say offside, though. At the Fort Wayne blue line will stop that rush.
TJ's Hensick's not liking that call. It was pretty close, though, Matt. But the linesman saw it a different way. He was in a great spot.
Yep, it'll be a face-off, and they're going to take the face-off to center. And it's won by Toledo. Shots are 15-13 in favor of the Fort Wayne Komets. Remember, it was heavy in the favor of Fort Wayne in the opening period. They had a 12-6 advantage after the first, but Toledo certainly amped it up here in the second. And just like last night, all the action, for the most part, is being down in the end of our left.
That's right.
Boy, by the end of the weekend, I'm not going to be able to look right as it's thrown out to center.
I put more water down there on the left side, too.
Rick Judson will join me tomorrow. Looking forward to the ECHL Hall of Famer in the broadcast booth tomorrow. As Winquist getting across the line. Been a while for Rick as well, just like you this weekend.
Yeah.
Been a while since you had been in the broadcast booth as the puck looked out into the crowd. Down and to our right.
Sailed all the way from the offensive zone.
That'll be a penalty call against the Fort Wayne Komets. I thought maybe it was deflected, but no.
Yeah, they're trying to find it down there.
11:35 left to go in the second. Here it is. Nope, never
right
was.
It's one of those, as soon as it leaves your stick, you know it was flat on your blade and it was sailing up into the stands.
Mason Berg is in the box to lay a game call against Fort Wayne. And Zink will hold it inside the zone. Got it down into the corner, but that's picked off by Verpass. And it is played all the way down the ice. Well, it's amazing. You look at that one there. And again, it leads credence into the one that we always talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Why that's a call.
It's an easy way to get a whistle if you want one, though.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, but unfortunately, you're going to be shorthanded in the process.
Yep.
Petruzzelli trying to dig it loose for Fort Wayne inside the Komets zone. We got another penalty call coming, and I think it's going to be against the Komets. The helmet is off for Josh Kessner, and it is going to go against Fort Wayne. Well.
Now 5-on-3 here, Matt.
You are correct. Your math is good. And it'll be a 5-on-3. Taking a seat in the box is Anthony Petruzzelli. Let's see if we can pick up the penalty cut.
Yeah, it looked like Kessler's helmet came off at the end. Yeah, there you go.
Punch right to the head.
I mean, because obviously Kessler in that situation has to go right to the bench or pick his helmet up. So nice call by the ref to see that.
So a penalty call on Petruzzelli. It's a 5-on-3 for Toledo. Well, this is your chance. Minute 15 to go in a 5-on-3. Hirschbach to Glukowski. Faked the shot. Jenks watching him. It's over to Kessner. Down low to Hensick. Hensick goes across Hirschbach. Again to Hensick. Winquist is in front. Kessner the shot. He scores! Power play goal, 28th on the year for Josh Kessner. And we're tied at 2.
That was a nice movement behind the net there. You see TJ Hensick and Shane Hirschbach snapping it around, then pop it up to Kessner. Fort Wayne was in that shooting lane, got a piece of it, but Kessner gets it by and bounces into the back of the net. It's a big goal, Matt.
It certainly is. Ties this game up at 2. The early Fort Wayne lead is gone. Now we got a 2-2 tie, nearing the halfway mark of this game. And Toledo has another power play continuing. 1 for 2 with a man advantage.
Minute and a half.
Shane Hirschbach, TJ Hensick on the helpers. Winquist across the line. Set it down low. Loggins after it. It squibs free. Gerdukas backhands it to the line. Conley for Zink. Over to Winquist. Back for Dylan Zink. Top of the right circle. Zink takes it down just outside the right circle. Wants it behind the net. Has it to Gerdukas. Flipped a pass over to Hensick. Did he keep it in? Yes, he did.
Great effort. Yeah, you said it. Great effort by TJ Hensick to keep that alive.
Unfortunately, it is going to come loose anyway for Fort Wayne, and they will clear it out. Down under 50 seconds to go in the power play time. Loggins coming to center ice. And he'll dance across the line. Set it rink wide. Gerdukas to the line. Glukowski to Gerdukas. Again to Glukowski at the blue line. Off to Hensick, left circle. Hensick takes it down low. Hands it off there. Kessner centering pass and a shot. Turned aside by Kehler. Into the corner it goes. Hensick. Hensick looking things over just outside the left circle. Played it to the line. Glukowski. One-timer Loggins, and that was blocked by Berg.
Those big block shots on the PK. Nice shot by Berg.
It came to the line. Held in Glukowski. Gives way to Hensick. Hensick left circle. In front. Kessner wraparound try. And that is stopped by Kehler. And he holds it. Just 2 seconds left to go in the man advantage.
Couple chances there. Reddekopp backdoor trying to get that shot off, but Fort Wayne makes the saves. And Kessner, a little shifty move there in front of the net. Hanzik going to hit Kessner in front to the side. Little 180 move, and Kessner gets the shot off.
There's 2 seconds left to go in the power play time. Fort Wayne Komets trying to kill this part off, but Toledo and all over him here in the second. Kotick winds, big blast, and that got tipped in front. Went side of the net, wraparound try by Boeing is blocked. And Fort Wayne able to carry it up to center. Petruzzelli fresh off the penalty that he just served. Boy, that penalty was huge. It gave Toledo a 5-on-3, and they scored on it.
It's one of those kind of bad penalties you don't want to take, and Toledo again capitalized on it.
Szydlowski trying to center it as Fort Wayne has it inside the Toledo zone. One-handed around, picked up by Szydlowski, takes it up near the line, able to throw it down into the corner. After it there is Spinozzi. Spinozzi watched heavily by Bodens as the two of them will work after the puck. St-Amant comes in and plays it up to the blue line. Gallipo is shot, it's blocked. And out to center ice it goes. St-Amant will have to run it down with 8 minutes left in period 2. It comes to center for McKenzie. Dropped it. St-Amant a shot, and that was blocked by Spinozzi wide. In behind the net it goes. Centering pass. Fort Wayne scores. St-Amant will give the Komets the lead, 3-2. Going to the front of the net, his second goal of the night, 16th of the season.
Spinozzi goes down. He's going to block this shot. Kind of hits him in the foot, and those hurt. And that's a stinger, and then kind of see him limp down, and then this cross ice pass backdoor. Spinozzi's there, just gets through his stick backdoor.
And all of a sudden, Fort Wayne back in front, 3-2 on the goal by Sean St-Amant.
St-Amant actually started with the puck all the way down in the defensive zone and ends up getting a goal.
Yeah, very good player is Sean St-Amant.
Yeah, you hear his name a lot.
Yep, and we've called it a lot tonight.
Even last night, too. He's just that player that is always buzzing around that puck. It's a good area to be around.
Gives the Komets a 3-2 lead. Under 7.5 to go in the second period. Puck flipped off the window and down the ice it goes. And handled by Toledo as they'll get it up to center ice. They've controlled a lot of the second period and still find themselves down a goal after tying it. Fort Wayne coming back to regain the lead. Shots are 10-4 in this period as we're going to get a penalty call coming. This is going to go against the Walleye. 7:04 to go, second period. Toledo down 3-2. This is Toledo Walleye hockey.
First time.
3-2 our score. Toledo trailing Fort Wayne as we welcome you back inside the Huntington Center. 7:04 to go in period number 2. Glad you're with us on this Saturday night. Matt Melzak, Kyle Rogers, and our crew with you. Face-off is won by Fort Wayne. St-Amant has it. Between the circles it goes. Penalty went to Josh Winquist. As St-Amant shot is fought off by Larson. Flipped out to center. Racing after it, Kessner. Ian McLeod, and Kessner just drives it right to the side of the net.
get the shot through, and away they go to get 2 fresh forwards out there to help kill.
Second power play of the night. After the holding call that went against Josh Winquist. 6.5 to go in period 2. Shot attempt by St-Amant is blocked. Played by Shaw. Up to the line, Gallipo. Faked the shot, went to St-Amant with a wrister that got all the way through. Larson had to make the stop. He makes another on St-Amant, the backhand try.
Good shot by Larson. A couple rebounds, redirects. He's there to make some big saves.
Kotick with a good physical check down in the corner. Puck came up to the line. A minute left in a man advantage. Petruzzelli hands it off to Gallipo. A wrist shot that went high and wide. And it's deflected up over the glass and into the netting.
A shot by the PK for Toledo, kind of sticking together, helping out Larson in front of the net, trying to clear those loose pucks. He's going to make that first save. It's the D and the forward's responsibility to help clean them out.
AO Sports, a great athletes train. Athletes become great. Train with the pros, train. Let us help you reach your full potential. Call 49481-6437. Off the draw, control, Jenks, centering pass, missed everybody. And it's going to lead to a break for Toledo. Here they come, short-handed, bonus to Boeing, and he tipped it just wide.
If that's on the other side, with Kyle Bonus with that shot we've seen in the postseason a couple of years ago, he's going to let that fire, but off wing, he couldn't get the shot he wanted.
And it's deflected up into the netting, down inside the Toledo zone. 30 ticks remaining in the man advantage for Fort Wayne.
There's a look at that shot. I think you can recall that game-winning goal and against that team that's coming to town tomorrow night.
That's right, against the Wheeling Nailers.
Short-handed.
Short-handed, overtime, game winner in Game 7.
Justin Mercier sitting in the penalty box.
Yep, still remember that. I remember just 2 booths over, looking down at DJ.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was so fired up because they were going to the power play.
Wow.
And then he was so deflated
Oh, yeah.
after that goal went in.
It's one of those all-time goals I'll never forget.
Yes, one of the best in Walleye history. Shot right on by Berg. Turned aside by Larson. Fort Wayne having a busy power play. They put a lot of shots on Philip Larson. Asgardukis sends it to Link.
Yeah, that last shot, though, nobody really in front of Larson, so he just routine saves, bumps it out, and Toledo was able to try to kick it out of the zone.
Yep, and Fort Wayne 0 for 2 with a man advantage. They still have the lead, though, with under 5 minutes to go in this second period. Gottlieb will get it to center ice. Knocked down there by Auk. And it is handled by Winquist. Slipped past a check. Puck got too far in front of him, though, and Gottlieb is back to retrieve for Fort Wayne. Rimshaw will pick it up. He'll get it up to center ice. Some speed coming across the line. And a backhand try that's turned aside. Penalty call coming. Going to be against Toledo as Stephen Bayless was denied. Showed some really good wheels and a shot that's blocked.
That's the extra gear he had.
Extra skater is on for Fort Wayne. Szydlowski has it. Fake the shot, looking. Goes to the line. Haas will let a shot go, and that's blocked. And there's the whistle. And a penalty call for hooking. Going to go against Callum Fryer, who's going to go into the box for the next 2 minutes. Toledo will be shorthanded when we come back. Down 3-2. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey. Know what you're doing?
I take Boeing.
Oh, yeah, good call. That's a real good call. A real good call. Yeah, it is. Great call there. I hope you can handle it, Kyle. Been a busy night for you. I don't want you fading late.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's good. Well, we got the Toledo Walleye down 3-2. Callum Fryer is going into the box, and he'll sit for the next 2 minutes on a hooking call that has given Fort Wayne another power play. Their second in a row and third of this game. Friends of Life Connection of Ohio, I want to remind you that organ donation is the ultimate power play. Say yes to saving lives at lifeconnectionofohio.org. As the puck is flipped up over the glass, that'll go into the netting. Callum Fryer, the young man out of Oakville, Ontario, 23 years of age. He's the one who's in the box making his pro debut, and he's for sure on the score sheet now.
That's right. Find a way to get on the score sheet.
That's right. You
Right.
did it to perfection over your career. This was your time to shine, no. Penalty kill.
The good old PK. I was out there a lot of times with Alden Hirschfeld as well. He was another player that really sticks out in my mind.
Kotick become a mainstay on that penalty kill for Toledo. Lost his stick in the process. Puck goes behind the net. Spinozzi will play it out.
You throw a guy like Brendan Kotick out there. He's that big reach. He's got a big body. He's already blocked how many shots today. Even strength, PK, it doesn't matter for him. He's going to make those, those big plays to block a shot and send the puck down, especially on the PK.
Kessner's going to send this one all the way down. Boy, an electric power play last time for Fort Wayne. They had 4 shots on Philip Larson, who was the best player out on the ice in that last Fort Wayne power play. Toledo down a goal. Already a minute gone, though, and this power play chance for the Komets is they'll get across the line. Jenks loses it. It's cleared all the way down. Reddekopp, Kessner go to the bench, and Boeing comes out. Boeing and Bonus, who had a 2-on-1 break during the last power play. Did not score, and it's bounced out to center again. Boeing is going to take it away. Boeing coming in, and it's whistled down.
Is he going to get a hook on that one?
Oh, my, a penalty call is coming against Brett Boeing.
That's a tough one. Let's take a look.
A hooking call.
No. That's pretty soft, if you ask me. He didn't even hook him. He just kind of tapped his stick, and maybe his glove. You never know, but it's one of those, Matt. You get that stick in that area, and the ref sees it. Sometimes he's going to get that whistle and blow it down. You see the look on Brett Boeing's face there.
I can't believe it. He had a breakaway going, and maybe that might be part of the reason as well. Did create a scoring opportunity, Kyle. But it's going to be a 5-on-3. It's going to create a scoring opportunity for the Fort Wayne Komets.
See if Toledo can hold it together. It's a big opportunity here for Fort Wayne.
This is a big-time chance here. They already lead by 1. Trying to extend that. Vela knocked it out of the air with a high stick, and then as he touches it, it'll be whistled down. Marcus Vela, Brendan Kotick, Evan Spinozzi are your 3 penalty killers in this 5-on-3, Mr. Rogers.
A couple big bodies, why not throw them out there? We just talked about Brendan Kotick, but Spinozzi had a nice little block shot there a little bit ago. These guys, if you're on a 5-on-3, you know that the coach trusted it to have some big block shots.
Jenks got waved out of the face-off circle. Szydlowski will step in to take it. Puck is down. Vela bounced it up towards the line, but it's going to be held in by Fort Wayne. A little over 2 minutes left in the period. They've got 13 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3 as Shaw sets it up. Gallipo, big blast, and it's blocked by Kotick. Brendan Kotick, that one stung him a bit. Set around, and a shot by Jenks. Wild with that one. Fryer out of the box. He'll jump in. He's got to stay out there. The PK and the long change as well. Fryer going to poke it up to the line. Shaw kept it in. Szydlowski set it side of the net. St-Amant wraparound chance. He scores. St-Amant has the hat trick. His 3rd goal of the game and a 4-2 Fort Wayne lead. (18-17), the time of the goal. Philip Larson laying back. He had to reach to try to make the save and couldn't come up with it. And St-Amant with his third goal of the game. Yeah, it's been a big night for Sean St-Amant. As he's scored 3 of Fort Wayne's goals tonight. As Hensick will play it to center ice. McLeod will steer it deep. Power play goal for Fort Wayne. Centering pass. That one off the stick of Bonus, and it's deflected all the way back into the Toledo end. Grabbing it there is TJ Hensick. He'll leave it. Analog feed up to center. That connects. Bonus pass, though. Played by Zink. Over to Bonus. Set up Hensick. Wrist shot. Gloved by Kehler. Well, he was busy for the first half of this second period, but Fort Wayne controlling the play in the back half of period number 2. TJ Hensick having a quick word with our referee, Alex Normandin, as he'll go over to the bench. Off the draw, it'll slide down into the corner. Lifted out. And chasing after it, Rimsha. He'll fire a shot. Larson had it go off of him. Played in the left circle. Another shot, and Larson flashed out his left pad to make the stop. Under a minute left in period 2. Knocked down to the ice was Winquist, and a shot that goes wide. Big crowd here at the Huntington Center. We haven't picked up our paid figure yet, but we know it's a good one, and they reacted on that. Going down to the ice, over in the far side corner. It's played out to center ice. And Toledo will have to chase after it. Walleye will get to it. Kotick set it in behind the net for Markonk. And Ock will look things over, gives it to Birschbach. Birschbach got across the line, and it's poke checked away. 15 to go in the period. Birschbach stonewalled at center. And coming across the line is McKenzie. McKenzie dropped it, picked up by Vella. And Marcus Vella will just hold it. And the horn will sound, signaling the end of period number 2. Period that had some promise for the Toledo Walleye. They scored to tie the game at 2, but then back-to-back goals from Sean St-Amant. He's got 3 in the game. And Toledo trails it by a count of 4-2 after 2 periods of play. This is Toledo Walleye hockey. All right, 1 minute break here. Sorry, Josh, I missed one when I told you earlier. Yeah, no, I was talking to radio. I forgot to tell him we did a 1 minute at the end of the first. Single here, and then Kyle takes it, and I think I got to go out to the other set.
Boeing, he had the first one. Well, welcome back to the Huntington Center after 40 minutes of play. Toledo's trailing 4-2 over the Fort Wayne Komets, and I'm outside the locker room with Brett Boeing. And Brett, your thoughts over the first 40 minutes?
I think at the first period they came out strong. We knew they were going to come out strong there, and we didn't really match their intensity right away. And then kind of got off our feet, but it's good to get that last one right for the end of that period. And then going to that period, we just needed to get back at it. Got that first power play, and then we just took some penalties that kind of hurt us there.
Well, to end the first, you guys started moving your feet the last 5 minutes. You got rewarded with a goal, and then you ended up on the power play. Why don't you talk us through your goal tonight?
So kind of whiffed early on that shift. I whiffed on one, and then it kind of came back. Bonus threw that one low to Gertie, and I had to stand that front there, hold my own, and then was able to whack it out of the air and hit off the goal and went in.
Was was almost like a double touch, but scoring area in front of the net, that's a nice place, at a big goal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we needed that one to get us going into that period, and then, like I said, those penalties hurt us in the second, and now we just got to get back at it.
Then you almost had another chance on that breakaway. We're just kind of talking about that questionable call there.
Yeah, the 2-on-1 I had with Bones kind of went wide there with about 6 minutes left, and then that last one, I just went to poke his hand, and I thought it was late call by the ref, but unfortunately he called it.
Well, 20 minutes. What do you guys have to do to get this game in the win?
Can't get frustrated. Stay out of the box for sure. If we skate hard, they're going to take penalties. So get back on the power play and go in there.
Thanks for your time, Brett. Good luck in the third.
Thanks.
There they have it. Brett Boeing picked up his 9th goal of the season. Don't go anywhere. Toledo's trailing by 2 against the Fort Wayne Komets. Third period's coming up. This is Toledo.
Honey, what are you gonna wear?
It's date night, sweetie.
But you are gonna wear a shirt, right?
I will be fully covered.
Dress up your date night with Mud Hens Baseball. Get your tickets today. Call 419-725-HENS.
No. I do the package. Yep. Well, I have the one out here for the second period, so use the Jade. Yeah, use the Jade, because that's the sheet I brought out. I didn't memorize the other one, sorry. Four-two is our score. Toledo trailing the Fort Wayne Komets after 2 periods of play. Welcome you back here inside a jam-packed Huntington Center. And we started to show you one of our 6 finalists for our Women Are Rad in the 419 last night. Let's take a look at another one right now. This is Jade Scott. Jade, 15 years old, when she was 9 when she started to play jazz just for kicks.
My name is Jamie Guerin. I'm from Montpelier, Ohio, and I nominated my daughter Jade. I nominated her. She started at the age of 9, wanting to help others. It started with her love of shoes, and what started as sending shoes down to Tennessee turned into collecting thousands upon thousands of pairs of tennis shoes, boots, any type of shoe to give to people in need here in our area. She just loves to help others, so she raises money for our K-9 units, she raises money for our local DARE organizations, and then she also collects school supplies to give to local teachers so that they don't have to provide for that out of their pocket.
I came up with Just for Kicks and made my own nonprofit. We are able to provide brand new shoes and socks, so I feel like when we are able to provide brand new shoes and socks that help somebody that's down on their luck, possibly help them, give them a confidence boost. One thing is I help a lot in the school districts in Williams County, and we've had several different stories of kids that are in desperate need of shoes that we help through teachers or social workers. And there have been a couple times where some of the stories of the kids that get their shoes, they're just so excited because they've never had a pair of their own shoes, and it just warms my heart knowing that I'm able to help them. I have given away around 15,000 roughly. We don't count them exactly because we get a lot of shoes in, and it's really hard to count all of them to keep track of all the amount of shoes that we actually do get in. Some people give us donations. We also receive grants that we use to buy the shoes. Some people also will donate shoes that they just haven't worn and they just haven't returned, so they thought that taking them to a better cause would be beneficial. So sometimes we have people that'll donate new shoes as well.
Again, Jade is just 15 years of age, and she started Just for Kicks at the age of 9. Again, here's how you can support these women who are working hard to make a difference in our communities. Go to ToledoWalleye.com/WomenAreRad, R-A-D. Vote and buy tickets to the March 22nd game and get a really cool t-shirt. Women Are Rad Night, supported by Toledo.com and Juke Mode. And there you go. That is coming up March 22nd. Remember, we flip into March coming up tomorrow. Stay with us when we return here to the Huntington Center. Kyle and I will look back on period number 2. Walleye have some work to do. They're down 4-2. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.
Sorry.
Have an LOL Heart OMG night with the Mudhens. Get your tickets today. Call 419-725-HENS.
Which one did he get? The second one?
Second.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Yep.
St-Amant.
St-Amant. Second period intermission report brought to you tonight by ProMedica and by Metzger's Printing and Mailing. Back inside the Huntington Center and the broadcast booth, Matt Milzak, Kyle Rogers back with you. Kyle, things look like they were going in that right direction again. Toledo in that second period, always so strong in the second. Things were on the incline, and then all of a sudden Fort Wayne got it together again, and now they lead by 2.
Yeah, well, they had that power play chance, so they're evened up there in the power play opportunities. But I thought Toledo played very well. They got their feet moving similar to what they did at the end of the first, and they capitalized on chances that they had to. But Fort Wayne's a good team, and we know that. There's no secret, and they battled back, and they got that 2-goal lead again to head into the third.
All right, let's take a look at the highlights in period number 2 and walk you through how that second period unfolded, and it started a lot of pressure from the Toledo Walleye. They came out firing, Kyle, in period 2.
Yeah, they had a lot more shots than the first period. They were just shooting on everything on net. Guys are crashing net. Reddekopp there, and that one actually snuck behind the goaltender, and as you see, Fort Wayne getting back to help out. But the net traffic in front, everybody's looking for that rebound. That's what you want to see, and Toledo did a better job with that in the second period.
Boy, they certainly did. And then when they got on the power play, Josh Kessner and Cole Kehler got part of it. You look at it again, but it snuck underneath the arm of him into the back of the net. Toledo had tied the game at 2.
Yeah, this is passing the puck back behind the net. Berschbeck and TJ Hanzik, and then hit Kessner for that great one-timer shot to beat the goaltender.
And then Fort Wayne on the attack. St-Amant, his second goal of the game. That regained the lead for the Fort Wayne Komets. You saw Toledo, good opportunity, try to tie it there from Brett Boeing, who you interviewed a little while ago.
Yeah, he actually talked about that one too.
But then on the power play, wrap around from St-Amant, he finds the back of the net, and Toledo down by 2 after 2 periods of play. Second period stats. You know what? Toledo at one point had regained the shot lead.
Yeah.
They actually had it at one point, but then the strong finish for the Fort Wayne Komets. They had 4 on a 1 power play. Then they got the 5 on 3. Didn't score there, but they did score on the ensuing power play. And there you go. That's where you stand right now. 24-17 the shots in favor of Fort Wayne. Toledo 1 for 3 on a power play. Fort Wayne is 1 for 4 with the man advantage.
The nice thing about this, Matt, and I always say this, is obviously it's the third period. You got 20 minutes and you're at home ice right now. You got a sold-out barn. You got to get fired up. It's a 4 and 5, so go throw everything you have right now at Fort Wayne. You got your 20 minutes to do it. Claw your way back into it. Even go to overtime if you need to, but find a way to get some points out of this game, and I think this team can do it with the effort we saw last night. They carry that over here for the third.
Now stay with us. We'll be back out of here to the Huntington Center in just a moment. Toledo trailing it 4-2. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.
I didn't have one on my last one.
Nope. And you know what? I'm fine with it, actually.
Yeah,
Walk out and start it. It takes 2 minutes.
Yeah. Go back in, get ready. I'm basic as you can get with a truck.
Me too.
Just give me something that could pull something, pull the
Runs.
trailer, and
Yep.
make money with it if you want to.
Back here at the Huntington Center in downtown Toledo, the Toledo Walleye trailing the Fort Wayne Komets by a count of 4-2. We're getting close to starting the third period of play here in downtown Toledo. Kyle, what do you see Toledo needing to do in this third period to flip the momentum back their side?
Move your feet. Use your speed to your advantage. Support the play. You've seen a couple times Bursch back on the wall, chipping it. Guys are coming across, supporting the puck. Usually 2-on-1s for him. You saw Boeing and Bonus have a nice 2-on-1 chance. But use your speed. You're going to get those stripping calls, the hooking calls, and this is the time to do it. You got 20 minutes to get back in this.
Yeah, they certainly do. We'll see how Toledo starts the third period. After a quick 1-minute timeout, we'll be right back. 4-2 with Superman coming out on the ice. Maybe he's got to come back in him. 4-2, Fort Wayne. This is Walleye Hockey. It's all right. "4-2 is our score with the Toledo Walleye trailing the Fort Wayne Komets as we get ready to start period number 3. Waiting on Cole Kehler to get between the pipes. There we go. Now we can drop the puck. Toledo has been in this situation, as you can imagine, before. They're 4-11-2 this season when trailing after 2 periods of play. 4-11-2, while Fort Wayne 16-0-3 when leading after 2 periods of play, as Bonus will rip a shot right in on Cole Kehler, who will glove it.
Well, if Toledo has a similar period like they did in the second last night, I think you might see a nice outcome. But it's not going to come easy against this Fort Wayne Komets team, especially after what happened last night.
Yeah, you know, you could tell they're fired up with the way the whole bench has reacted every time they've scored tonight.
Even the physical play, I felt like they've done a nice job so far, just taking care of the neutral zone, finishing their checks. And that doesn't have to be a big hit, but they're always putting a body on somebody.
Puck goes down into the corner. McKenzie works it up the far side wall, and out to center ice it goes. Shaw, and a poke checked away. McLeod dances across the line, and it knocked off of his stick, bounced in front of the Fort Wayne net, and the Komets will get it out.
You might see a lot of this, just hoisting the puck out, getting a line change. Fort Wayne might just play this defensive style game here to slow this game down even more.
Yeah, I'm sure they would be happy to do it a lot of this in this third period. Try to come away with a win on the road. Be their first win against Toledo all season if it were to happen. If this score held up, Toledo trying to change that. Bursch back, dances between the circles. Trying to pass for Kessner, cutting to the front of the net. That's broken up. And Gottlieb is going the other way for Fort Wayne. Set it to Bodens. His shot off the glove hand of Larson. Down into the corner it goes. Kessner there. Wrists it ahead. Bursch back off to Winquist. Winquist down the near side wall. Backhanded it high and wide. Stepping into it is Auk for a shot, and that got turned aside by the goaltender, Kehler.
He had some heat behind that shot.
Well, he did. He walked right into it.
From the bench. Had some speed coming in and got the nice shot off.
He did. As it's sent down the ice. Fort Wayne will get to that. Komets will get it up to center ice. They have the 2-goal lead and down into the Toledo zone. And it's played up to center ice. Walleye coming out. Gerdukas is across the line. Set it across. It's played down into the corner. After that is Loggins. Loggins going to take a hit from Szydlowski, or make that Petruzzelli instead, and it'll be sent down into the Toledo zone. Fryer ahead for Gerdukas. Gerdukas rolled it across the line, and it'll be wristed out. Fort Wayne will take the icing call here. Nearing 2.5 gone in period number 3.
See if TJ Hansen can win this draw back. Maybe have a nice little set play. Just by looking at it, maybe a D-man will come down the wall, do a little switch without a D being on the one-timer.
Hensick will stand in to take it for Toledo. Got it to McLeod. A shot went off of her pass wide. Bonus played it for Hensick. McLeod going to the front of the net. It came to the line. Glukowski, a shot blocked. Came right back to him, but Nolan had to settle it down going back to center. Hands for Hensick. Across the line he goes. Gives it to Dylan Zink. Zink taking it into the right circle. Wanted to spin back, and it's taken away.
Shaw, nice job. Just kind of pressuring him, making him turn it over.
And McKenzie will feather it deep. St-Amant centering pass and a shot right on. Turned aside by Larson.
Larson quick on that one. Nice little play to just push it right to the slot there for a quick shot. But Larson comes out, makes himself big, makes a big save.
Played at center. McKenzie able to steer it in. Handled by Kotick. Kotick goes rink wide. Winquist a pass. Came near side. Winquist will pick it up again before he's upended, and Jenks will wrist it out. Kotick again with the puck. Gives it to Kessner. Kessner dropped it back to center ice. Spinozzi sent it right in on Kehler. Over to Kessner it goes. Trying to backhand it to the front of the net. That's intercepted as Jenks will give it a high flip out. Played at center ice. Birch back to Kessner. Kessner backhand try. Kehler not just enough of it to steer it wide.
Tell you, Kessner's just a shifty little player, and that little backhand shot almost threw Kehler off.
Oh, it certainly did. He had Kehler leaning a little bit, didn't he?
Yep. Trying to cheat a little bit. Almost got him far side.
All right, was a goaltender, you start thinking, right?
Oh, yeah. Especially when Kessner's coming down on you.
Oh, yeah. Kehler's seen him enough this year.
Yep.
Puck played up the far side wall. Gerdukas couldn't handle. And in the near side corner it goes, and played by Berg. Rimsha goes rink wide, and it came out to center as Stewart will have to back up. 4.5 gone in the third period. Walleye trailing by 2. Vela to Gerdukas. Or to make that to Loggins. Loggins wanted Gerdukas cutting to the front of the net. That's intercepted. And Berg will roll it down the ice.
Yeah, just that slow, typical game. Play with the lead, chip the puck down, and look at him just plug up the middle.
Yep,
1-2-2.
They're just waiting in the neutral zone, aren't they?
Yep.
Loggins, though, great move. Got a backhander away. Didn't get much on it as the stop was made by Kehler. As he completely undressed Verpass.
Yeah, Verpass was looking at his skate like something was wrong with it, but he got burnt clean.
Yeah, he certainly did. Like a basketball player with a great crossover move. Glukowski rolled it right to the front of the net.
I give you credit, Matt.
What's that?
Football, baseball,
and a basketball reference. How about that?
Yeah, fire.
Where were you on that one? As it's sent in, and it's covered by Larson. 5.5 gone in the third period. Make sure you visit our neighbors Dietz Barbecue and Brew for your pre- and post-game food and drinks. And did you know Dietz Barbecue can cater your event? Check out their catering menu and see the full list of Dietz Barbecue locations at DietzBBQ.com. Now 5.5 has erased off of the third period clock, and Kyle, you know, right now this is not what Toledo wants, is a racing clock.
No.
Down by 2.
All they need is one shot to get in, and then they get back in it.
Yep, Jenks with a shot near the blue line is swallowed up by Larson, and we'll have another face-off coming up. Well, did you know Americans on average spend 90% of their time indoors? That's why it's imperative to keep that air as clean as possible. EverDry Waterproofing is a simple way to do that. Visit everdrytoledo.com. Schedule your free home inspection to ensure the best air quality. Sent all the way down. And that's in the Fort Wayne zone. And a turnover for Winquist. And his shot was blocked.
Nice chance. Toledo's still working.
Larson gave it away, and a shot attempt he had to make the save on. And he does. Deflect it up over the glass. That'll go into the netting.
Nice pass from behind the goal line to hit Winquist for a grade A shot. But like you said, I believe it was a block. I don't know who blocked it, but it was a nice job by Fort Wayne.
Just a second away from 6 minutes gone in the third. We have picked up our paid figure, 8,312. Massive crowd tonight, 83-12. And unfortunately for Toledo, the game, they haven't had as much to cheer about tonight.
No.
The Walleye faithful, shot attempt by Berg goes high and wide. Backhanded up by Fryer. Not out yet. He'll get another try at it. And it will be punched out to center. Blocked right back in, and chasing after it is Hawk. Hawk sidestepped the check, handed it off Boeing. Boeing couldn't get it out of the zone. Hawk will spin. Full 360.
Yeah,
finds an outlet.
Got me dizzy on that one, but he got it out.
Yeah, he certainly did. A heck of a play. Sits down into the Fort Wayne zone. Reddekopp working after it, but it's handled instead by the Komets, and they'll get it up to center ice. Wristed in and down into the near side corner, Glukowski. Glukowski set it up, and it's handled by Bonus. Bonus, rink-wide pass. Reddekopp coming out to center. Got it across the line. It's chopped off of his stick, and Fort Wayne will take control once again. Komets come into center, and pass will send it deep. Played by Connick. Connick for Bonus, chipping it out. Bonus had the big night last night with a couple goals and an assist. Only outdone by Gregor McLeod, who had a 4-point night.
Yeah, stole the first star from Bonus.
Yeah, he did. Spinozzi, his pass broken up, and Connick will handle it. Spinozzi will play it. Long feed to center. Grabbed and controlled by McLeod. McLeod will take it down low. Wanted to center it. That's broken up. And it'll be Bonus. Rings it all the way around to Connick. Connick sent it off the back wall. Right to the side of the net it goes. Played by McLeod over in the far side corner. He's hauled down there by McKenzie. And the puck comes out to center ice.
McKenzie just closed that gap, and Gregor had nowhere to go.
8 minutes gone in this third period. Toledo trying to get something going. They haven't had that opportunity yet. Kessner will try to change it. Coming out to center ice. Gets across the line. Finally had it knocked away after he took a couple of whacks from Szydlowski. Fryer kicked it down at center ice. He and Bowden's exchange a couple of words. And Hawk will have to play it all the way back at the blue line. Sets it for Berschbach. Berschbach rolling it ahead. Kessner a shot. He scores! Second of the night for Josh Kessner. Toledo's within one.
That's that little spark that Toledo needed. Nice job by Shane Berschbach. Just gets the puck, the blue line, weighs it out a little bit, finds that pass that he always does to find Kessner going down the middle of the ice. And what a finish by Josh Kessner. Second one of the night. Nice
Josh
shot.
Kessner, his 29th goal on the season. He came into tonight just a goal behind Spencer Watson of Indianapolis. That goal there could have him in the league lead in the goal scoring department for Josh Kessner. As we get a whistle and a timeout on the ice, Kessner's goal has Toledo within one. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey. Welcome into Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
You see
Hi,
that,
Kyle?
You see that movie?
No. Have you?
Nope.
All right, well, things have changed a little bit as we welcome you back here at the Huntington Center. The feeling in this building much different. Now a 4-3 game after the goal by Josh Kessner. Shaw will send it right to the side of the net. Larson will steer that away. Came up to the line. Stewart a shot, and that's deflected up over the glass into the netting. Well, Toledo has closed the gap. They got that first one. Now they'll need another. Josh Kessner from Birschbach and Auk. At 8:43. Let's see what happens here over the next couple of minutes, Kyle, because now you get the crowd back into it a little bit, right?
Yeah, the 8,000 plus. Got a little excited there, but just the chemistry between Kessner and Birschbach, it's fun to watch. Like those guys just feed off each other, and you know, those guys sometimes they're going to come up with those big plays. Majority of the time, they're going to come up with those big plays when they need them.
Hensick has it coming in, and it's chopped away at the last minute. As Stewart was able to knock it loose, TJ Hensick was thinking breakaway.
Yeah, nice play by Stewart, just back in time and got that stick on that breakaway that TJ Hensick had.
Yeah, right when TJ was just trying to settle it down. It was a good time to swipe at it, and it worked out. Puck played up the near side wall, and Shaw will blast it right to the Toledo line. Blocked there by Kotick. Kotick hands it to McLeod. Berg knocked it away from him on the back check. And it'll be dumped back in. Fort Wayne will take it. We've reached the halfway mark of the third period. Toledo has one. They need another to tie this game.
Yeah, that's a funny bounce off that wall.
Yep, Birschbach got to it though. Kessner's going to wind up. He's got 2 goals tonight. Kessner trying to get down into the corner. Gallipo knocked it loose. Kessner recovers to Winquist. Wanted Birschbach. That's knocked just past him. He recovers, gets it to Kotick at the line. Over to Spinozzi. Spinozzi wanted Birschbach. Instead, it'll be Kessner down in the corner. Working along the wall. Kessner gave it for Birschbach. Birschbach up near the line for Kessner again. Pulls his way down into the corner. Penalty call coming. That's going to be against Toledo?
Yeah, I think it might be Kessner. That gets it similar to what happened to him when he got his helmet kind of taken off in the second period.
Well, it looks like it's going to be the 5th power play of the game for the Fort Wayne Komets. We'll have that when we come back to the Huntington Center. Toledo is down by 1, 4-3. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey. We are back downtown Toledo. We got a 4-3 game. Toledo is down by 1. Matt Melzak sitting in the booth. Could be named Mr. Rogers' neighborhood right now, the way he's controlled it. But Toledo needs some help here. They got to get through this. Power play time. A roughing call going to Josh Kessner. So 5th power play of the game for Fort Wayne. They're 1 for 4 with a man advantage. Shaw's shot, that's blocked. Vela couldn't keep control of it, so it'll be Gallipo who's got it in the power play for Fort Wayne. St-Amant with a shot, and that goes wide. Played by Vela, up and out.
Yeah, Gregor might have got a piece of that one in the skates, but nice job by Spinozzi, block shot. Those are the things you got to do right now in this situation.
Andres College of Nursing, the better way to become a nurse. Become a licensed practical nurse or registered nurse in their Maumee campus. Call 855-NINETYNURSE for details. Puck is thrown the length again by the Toledo Walleye penalty kill unit.
A minute left on this PK. Nice job so far.
Such a good penalty unit all year long. Needing a big stop here, down by 1. Larson chipped it to the corner. Gerdukis had a bounce on him as he tried to backhand it out. 50 seconds left to go. The power play time for Fort Wayne. Glukowski, nifty, moves down in behind his own net to get free to send it the length.
Nice individual effort there. He was hounded by 2 Fort Wayne players, and he found a way to send the puck down the ice.
Gottlieb will carry up to center. Gottlieb has the red line. Drops it back for Jenks. Jenks gets it into the Toledo zone. Losing an edge was Kotick, but he's right back up. As Jenks goes behind the net, his pass deflected, but still managed to connect with Berg. Threw it down into the corner, but right to Kevin Spinozzi. And away it goes.
10 seconds left.
Yep, one shot on this power play for Fort Wayne as we got a whistle. Too many men on the ice call coming against the Fort Wayne Komets.
Uh-oh. That's a tough one for Fort Wayne to take that right now.
Boy, you had all three. The referee and both linesmen had 6 up right away.
Yeah.
Line change late.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see it right there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, full group.
Yeah, hits the break, turn around. Anybody see me?
Yep, hoping to get back in time was Matthew Bodens.
What an opportunity here.
10 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, and then it'll be a Toledo Walleye power play.
This is a big draw for Gregory McLeod. Because you got Kessner jumping on the ice right away in 10 seconds.
Yep, he's ready. McLeod, Bonus, Zink, and Birschbach. So with that time remaining, and yeah, you got McLeod winning the draw. That will allow Toledo to carry it and get set up for this power play. As they do. Up near the line, it goes to Birschbach. Kessner jumps into the play. Zink will go down low. It goes to Kessner. Quick wrist shot, and that's blocked. As Kehler got a stick on that. Birschbach right circle to Zink at the line. Faked it, went over. One-timer stop. Rebound is backhanded just wide by McLeod.
It was there.
Kessner has it down low. Toledo with a power play goal tonight. And 3 chances. Birschbach up to the line. Zink faked the shot. He's watched by Jenks as it goes to Birschbach. Birschbach between the circles, and a tip by Bonus just went wide. Kept alive. Toledo top of the right circle. Birschbach sets it down low. McLeod up to the line. Zink back to McLeod. One-timer! And that is off of the mask and shoulder of Kehler. And cleared into the Fort Wayne bench.
What a shot, too. Quick release. Kehler right into the mask, like you said, and then Fort Wayne finds it, puts it into their bench for a whistle. There's that shot, that one-timer. Couple chances there. That Bonus, the redirect in front of Kehler, just going wide. Rebound chances are there. Nice job so far in the power play.
Second part of the power play starts right now on a face-off win. Hensick has it, top of the right circle. Threw it in front. And bounces all the way off the far side wall. Picked up there by Winquist. Cycled it up to the line to Glukowski. Worked over to Hensick. Hensick faked the shot, took it down low. Wants Glukowski at the blue line. He's got it. Over to Winquist. Winquist got it between the circles. Quick shot, Loggins, and it went drifting wide. Boy, how did Loggins even control that?
Yeah,
Winquist
nice
wants the wrist shot, and Kehler, the glove save, and a beauty there with Gerdukis in front.
Yeah, the key point there, Gerdukis right there, trying to get that tip on it. Nice shot by Winquist to recognize that net traffic, get the shot through.
Well, he scored a power play goal last night, Kyle. Same situation.
Yep.
That wrist shot from the top of the circle, 4-3 game. Toledo down by a goal. Winquist going to stand in to take the face-off. This one won by Fort Wayne, and Chase Stewart is able to fire at the length of the ice.
20 seconds. Try to get the puck in the zone and see if you get something. Quick pass for a shot.
Loggins dancing in the neutral zone, but he's denied for an entry, and that is going to take down pretty much the rest of the time on the power play as Loggins will clip it in behind the net. Toledo's going to go to 1 for 4 with a man advantage. Winquist nearly got a chance. He's going to wind, fire a shot, blocked all the way up to the line. Grabbed by Glukowski. Out of the bench very quickly was Fryer to jump out there as Winquist has the puck. Pressure still for Toledo. Hensick had to go over his stick, set up to the line. Fryer bounced it in front of the net, and it's played by Bodenzow.
Nice try by Fryer. Just throw the puck to the front with a couple guys in front.
Hawk quickly loading it up for Toledo. He goes on the attack, hauled down over on the far side, and it's flipped out. Under 5 minutes to go in this third period. Toledo needs a goal to tie. Long pass to center. Vela will tip that in. Handled Gottlieb. Gottlieb getting it to center. Gottlieb down the near side wall. Watch there by Kotick. Kotick bangs into him along the near side board, and Vela has the puck. 4.5 to go. Shots are even at 28. Toledo trails by 1. Poke check Shaw at center ice. Able to get it back into the Toledo zone. Vela will gather it in and leaves for Kotick.
4 minutes. See if they can get this push here, Matt.
Yeah, they're bringing it up to center. Spinozzi, and the pass deflected way up, and a great catch. How about that guy right there on the fly?
He's dialed in, Matt. That was a great catch.
Timeout on the ice. Don't go anywhere. Toledo down by 1 with 4:03 left. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey. Now we'll take a seat, Mr. Rod. Four minutes, now less to go. Third period, Toledo needs a goal to tie. As it is set up out to center ice for Winquist. Winquist got it across the line. Birschbach trying to advance to the front of the net. That's broken up. Came across for Gottlieb. Played it up the near side wall. Glukowski held it in. Shot attempt deflected well wide. Stewart will have plenty of room to clear it out, and he does. Dylan Zink knocked it down. It came across the Fort Wayne line, but then pushed away. Toledo will get to it. Kessner at center ice. Ooh. Kessner tripped up by A.J. Jenks, and a penalty call coming against the Fort Wayne Komets.
That's a scary one there. Jenks got that leg out there, and Kessner, that lateral movement, and the legs collided. But Jenks is going off with the trip.
Tripping call against A.J. Jenks. Toledo to the power play. We may have thought of a timeout here. Here's a look at the penalty.
That's a tough, you hate to see that. Luckily nobody got hurt. Obviously A.J. didn't do it on purpose. But you're right. They might take a penalty or a timeout here, or they might play it out for a little bit, wait for another whistle.
Yep, holding on to the timeout. Head coach Dan Watson. Mayberry Diner voted best diner in the city paper annual best of. Open 7 days a week. 3 locations going to be at breakfast or lunch. Served 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday. 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. on
Sundays.
Sundays.
Yeah, I can't say it like that. I'll work on it. What an opportunity here, though.
As Zink will bring it to center ice. Gives it to McLeod. Drop past Kessner. Kessner rushes it across the line for Birschbach. Birschbach let the shot go, and that got deflected by Kehler up over the glass and into the netting.
Yeah, that deflection brings that draw in the offensive zone still.
Now this big crowd, 8,312. Making a lot of noise at the Huntington Center right now. McLeod will take the draw. Left circle, the Fort Wayne zone. This one won by the Komets, and it is thrown right into the Fort Wayne bench. Did it go off of Zink, though?
I think so.
Yeah, I think they are going to say it went off of Dylan Zink there, so it will bring the face-off out to the center.
Yeah, Zink's just trying to hold the line there, and the fortunate bad bounce off his glove into the bench brings the draw outside.
And a chance coming across the line. It'll be Kyle Bonus. Steers it in behind the net. One-handing it is McLeod. Over to Kessner. And up to the blue line. Zink with a nice job to hold it at the blue. For Berschbach, his shot, and Kehler looked behind him, but he had it. Oh my. Shane Berschbach sneaky with that shot attempt, the all-time leader in goal scoring for the Toledo Walleye.
Look at that quick release. A couple hard strides down, sees that shooting lane, and almost sneaks it.
Almost caught the 5-hole. He'll go off on a line change. Toledo now with a shot advantage of 30-28. They have been getting pucks to the net in this final period. They have a goal by Josh Kessner, but they need one more to catch Fort Wayne. Down 4-3. Petruzzelli able to play it out. Nice play there to get it down the ice. Shots in this third period are 13-4 in favor of the Toledo Walleye.
They've had a nice push this period, man. That's for sure.
They have. They're still down a goal, though. Lindquist. Right circle, fake the shot, got it to the line. Glukowski, big blast, and that's turned aside by Kehler. Glukowski can absolutely wire it. Hensick, his wrister, and Kehler got up to make that save with a glove hand.
Kehler got over in a hurry. Hensick all alone on the backside. Got a shot off he wanted, but Kehler with a pretty nice glove hand save. Puck watching. Fort Wayne got caught up there, and that goaltender bailed him out on a big save.
That goal, Kehler's had a strong third period, even though he's given up the one goal to Josh Kessner. 40 seconds up to go in the man advantage. Face-off won by Fort Wayne, and the puck sent the length. Larson out of his net. He'll give it to TJ Hensick. Still time left to go in the man advantage. Toledo hustling it to center. Loggins spins it down low. Going to the bench is Larson. Extra skater on for Toledo. It's Berschbach with a minute and a half left. Jenks is up in the box as Glukowski fires a shot, and it went off a leg wide. Backhanded up. Not out yet. Petruzzelli coming to center. Shaw went down to the ice, and we may have a penalty call coming.
Yeah, it's
Boy, is this possible that he hit one of the Walleye players?
Yeah,
leaning over the bench?
Yeah, leaning over the bench. Let's take a look at it. Shaw's going to get it. Yeah, it looks like it hit a stick or a glove.
Ooh, I don't know.
He barely even touched him if anybody did.
I don't know about that one. Looking at that again, let's take one more look here and see.
That's tough to
tell who might have clipped him. Well, Ben Boudreau getting a conversation going here. Dylan Zink is the one who is in the box right now. Dan Watson talking over with Alex Normandin, our referee.
Yeah, it's tough to see if anybody really got a piece of him or not.
Boy, that was tough right there. Dan not happy at all. Yeah, it's a tough call there with a minute 19 to go in this third period. And players will lean on the bench especially
when you're down a goal with a minute 20 left here. Everybody's on the bench leaning over, and Maybe somebody did touch Shaw and he embellished it a little more than what it could have been.
Faceoff will be to the right of goaltender Philip Larson. Well, now Toledo is short-handed the remainder of this game. So now what they've got to do is get Larson to the bench.
Yeah, they're going to.
Just for 5-on-5 hockey.
But then they could ice it, so they're going to look for that stretch pass that they've been known to do.
Yep, Spinozzi back in his own zone. He'll take a hit along the near side wall in a battle with A.J. Jenks. He's happy to hold him up as long as he can. Glukowski with the puck, got it out to center. And it will be knocked down. Glukowski deflected it. And he's got it there. Larson still on the bench. Or between the pipes. Toledo needs to get him to the bench for the extra skater. McLeod has it coming all the way to center. Just 30 seconds left to go. McLeod plays it over to Birschbach. Birschbach has a man open. That's Winquist. Winquist with a shot. That wristed just wide. McLeod battling down in the corner. Gottlieb trying to hold it up. McLeod got it up to the line. Birschbach on it for McLeod. McLeod needs to get a shot off. Time remaining, just 10 seconds as it's chipped down, and Petruzzelli's got the empty net. He will score it, and that will do it. As this will be the first win of the year for the Fort Wayne Komets against the Toledo Walleye. They get the empty net goal. It'll be a 5-3 final, and Fort Wayne is going to get the win tonight over Toledo. The Walleye record will drop to 9-1 against the Fort Wayne Komets this season. And the puck dropped, and there's the horn signaling the end of this game here tonight. As the Fort Wayne Komets will get the victory, a final score of 5-3 here at the Huntington Center on this Saturday night. A big crowd in the house. Toledo, a valiant comeback, but they come up short in this one. Your final score, the Fort Wayne Komets 5, the Toledo Walleye 3. We will be back with our post-game show coming up in just a moment. This is Toledo Walleye Hockey.